Feels so powerful today. Today's such a good day. So much power, so much might, so much atmosphere, so much reverence and charge. The entire world is charged right now. This is the highest amount of power that's ever existed in our lifetime. I don't know about before, but I know now the atmosphere is so electrified. It's so powerful, and you can just draw from it. So much reverence. Nearly 6 years with no working out. The last round was 303 days without eating. I'm not fasting stupid AF. I'm so serious about that. But truly living in divine order, divine power, not having to restrict myself. Oh no, I can't eat because I'm on a F fasting. It's for the weak. But having so much charge and so much life force that I'm able to not just not eat, that's stupid, but expand myself, get even more energy. I've grown taller, gotten bigger, I have bigger muscles, I have a bigger amount of mass on me because there is a power in the atmosphere that you can draw from. I'm not a breatharian. Breatharianism is stupid. I've had gynecomastia since I was 9 years old because of hormone disruptors and the food, the candy, all that bull crap. I had no parents, so I rushed to candy and snacks to comfort me as a child because there was no one there. There was no dad. There was no mom. There was only little Debbie and Ho-Hos and Twinkies and Star Crunch and Honey Buns, Taco Bell. That stuff messed me up. Now that I'm an adult, I can see, I can truly live. And then through living, we'll share this inspiration, this revelation with you guys today. So if you have a question, drop it down below. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure to comment. I read your comments, guys. If your comment's stupid or pessimistic or negative, I just delete it. Like, I throw the trash out. Trash people. Trash people are always pessimistic. But the real true people who want to learn, they're always optimistic. They're always going for the highest thing, the highest way. And I make sure to show you guys love because you give it so much to me. So I love you guys. If you have a question, drop it down below. If you're watching live, the beautiful, wonderful Sashi.
Hey, everyone.
Will be reading your questions to me. We can really talk about anything. Last time we talked about a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not even going to mention it. Just watch the last live, Mikey Exposed. I'm here to expose myself because that's how you get deeper insights and revelation. You don't do it by covering. I expose gynecomastia. I expose my head. I expose my eyes and my teeth and my body and my life. There's nothing I hide. The more you have to hide, the more layers you put on because you're insecure, you're not confident in yourself. I'm so confident I have nothing. I'm a man with no name, no life, no brand, no title because those things kill. People come under the title and they rot and they die in their titles. What we do is we just live. We're here, we're aware, we live, we embrace, we scope, we see, and then we engage with reality, with life head on, full frontal, full force, without force. So anyway, I love you guys. I feel so freaking mighty, so freaking powerful today, and I want to share this with you. So, Sasha, if you want to call out some people or call out some questions, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But I think today is day 22. Hey, Lele, are you close? Okay, no. I think today's day 22. I haven't eaten. I feel great. I feel powerful. I just had a psychic upgrade. My mind is expansive. I've been doing a lot of power sessions and everything else with my Discord community. We have a family gathering this Sunday. My account has grown, like all my accounts, over 100,000 followers across the board. Everything in life is getting better and sweeter, and you guys are ready for this insight. People are like, man, I don't know why, but I vibe with you. I can tell you why. Because this is actually life. This is not some fabricated message to present to the people. This is speaking from the soul. This is speaking from the energy that is. This is real. You will never find anything more real than this. So I'm here to share it with you guys. All right, Sasha, what do we have?
Beautiful. So DJ Lay's Eye said, my sister put me onto you. I'm thankful for that.
And big kudos to your sister. I love your sister. Who's your sister?
And then
have they asked questions before? I'm glad you're here, DJ.
And then Kristen said, bought your book.
I'm going to tell you this right now. It's way more than a book. A book you can read. It's a novel. It's like, hey, here learn some stuff. The guide is an ever living, expansive piece of incarnate. It's my spirit, my soul incarnated into text. And every time you read it, it gets more developed. It makes more sense. It gives a different perspective every single time. You could read it for the next year, and every time you read it, it's going to be something different, which is why I recommend reading the guide every single day. It's more than a book. It truly is the guide to life. Your life is about to change forever. As you apply the guide to your life, you're about to evolve into such a great magnitude that when you look back to your old self, you won't even recognize that was you. Like, I used to live like this. It used to be me. Because you're going to upgrade so high and with so much power in your life. I'm very proud of you. Let's go.
And then Chrissy also said, just started the life guide.
Congratulations, Chris. Same thing for you. When you guys apply with the guides, it's called a life guide because it literally guides you. to life. It's not a book. It's not like some recommendations here. This is how you get, because life is this: consciousness, energy, and regeneration. That's what life is. And the guide gets you to the highest state of all those: consciousness, energy, and regeneration. It gets you the most energy so you can regenerate, so you can make room for your consciousness, so the spirit energy you have left over, you can direct and guide towards your cognition, your coherence, and truly understand what this reality is. Very proud of you.
And also, All Voices Matter said, I love your energy. Your book really resonates with me. Appreciate you.
Totally, totally to the highest. It's way more than the book. It's living text incarnate. Okay, it's my spirit into text format. So whenever you read it, it truly evolves with you. So as you read it, you're going to have a different perspective, a different cue, a different lens. Every time you read, it's going to wash over you. It's going to advance you. It's not going to break down layers only, but it's going to build you up. No other book does that.
100%. And now we have some questions.
Let's freaking go.
Okay, so both, like all platforms have a bunch of questions. So I'm rolling back.
What platforms are we on, Sasha? Tell the people.
We are currently on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and not Kick. Never mind. So Facebook. Yeah.
Right? Facebook. Did you go on my personal Facebook to share it from my like page?
I will do
All
that
names
right
MikeyBreathes. All right, Breathes. Breathes. Mikey. Breathes. MikeyBreathes. So TikTok, MikeyBreathes. YouTube, MikeyBreathes. Instagram, MikeyBreathes. Facebook, MikeyBreathes. Personal page, MikeyBreathes. Like page, MikeyBreathes. So just Mikey, I breathe. I'm not a breatharian. I don't believe in any sort of title, logo, theme. It's just living life. That's what I'm about. I'm about living life. I'm about living. That's all I care about. I don't care about breatharianism. I don't care about vegan. I don't like all that stuff. Is for the insecure because they need a title because they have no validation with themselves. Me, I don't even need validation. Obviously, my existence is valid enough. So I'm going to continue my existence through life. That's why I'm nearly 40, but I don't look like I'm 40. I'm continue existing and I'm continue living because I'm not drawing from external validation. I'm living from an internal source, and that's life itself. All right, what we got, Sash?
All right. So first question from Aussie Alley Cat on IG. She said, how do you survive without eating, please?
I don't survive. Survives for the weak. Survives for the desperate. Survival's for the desperate in horrible situations. If you were aware, why would you ever be in a survival position? Why could you not foresee something coming? So I don't even operate in survival. Those are for people who are pretty much already dead. They have no concern for their own life. I don't survive, I thrive. And because I thrive, I flourish. And because I flourish so much, I have all this energy. And because I have all this energy, I don't need to intake a bunch of energy like other people because I'm thriving. I don't survive. That's for the people who have no concern, have no consciousness, have no coherence about what's actually going on. So they're surviving day to day, moment to moment. They haven't taken the time to truly think what is going on. And the moment you see that, you can position yourself. And once you do that consciously, you start to thrive and you flourish. And as you flourish, you have more than enough. That's why I'm here today, because I'm not surviving, because I'm overflowing in abundance and I'm sharing this energy with you guys freely. I'm not telling you to buy anything. You can if you want to. You can buy whatever you want. But I'm here just to share energy with you guys because I have so much energy.
And Captain Juju on TikTok asked, what do you eat for carbs or protein?
I don't eat carbs or protein. I don't focus on. I don't eat for carbs. I don't eat for protein. That's the manipulation and the mindset of this pitiful world who's barely even making it. Well, let me get my macros right because they have no identity. I just eat what is. If it's living, I eat it. Plants, animals, mushrooms, fungi, all this stuff. If it's living, I eat. I don't eat for a carb. I eat. What is this plant? Have I eaten this before? What's the differentiation from this plant to that plant? How can I benefit from it? Or animal or this? I don't eat for carbs or protein. That's how weak people think. And I look like this because I don't operate in their system. Their system is for the dead. It's the dead trying to advise the dead. Like bodybuilders are already dying. They have horrible skin, all this other stuff. They need a million different routines to even compensate for the damage they're doing to their body. Same thing with fitness people. Same thing for healthy people. Same thing for vegans. Vegan skins are like usually hanging and sagging. They're barely even holding on. These people are just compensating because they're attempting not to die. When I ignore all those systems and I just go to life, I'm living. And when you live, you don't think about carbs. You don't think about proteins. You don't think about calories. That's dead man talk. Let the dead bury the dead. I'm living. And because I live, I just eat all. If it's living, I eat it. And if it's not living or synthesized or artificial, I stay the F away from it. That stuff's deadly. because there's no life in it. If there's no life, how could it give me life? If there's no life in this, how could it give me something? Without life can't give me life. I can't get life from something that was never living. I can't get life from something that's not alive. I may prolong existence for a little bit, but life is more than just existing. It's the expansion. It's the consciousness of ever growing and ever living. So everything I consume and intake expands me in greater ways. And because of that, I never think about carbs, proteins, fats, or any of that crap. That's dead man talk. We're living, baby.
Heck yeah. And then on YouTube, NWNGW said, has your life experience affected your views of God?
Has my life experiences affected my views of God? My views of everything has affected my experience, and my experience has affected my views of everything. So not just God, of food, of I didn't say this what I'm saying when I was 2. I didn't say what I'm saying when I was 5 or even 15. But everything has been accounted for, and now I'm saying what I'm saying because I understand the effect of everything. So I'm factoring everything I've ever experienced down to this moment. I'm concentrating it down of everything I've experienced in 37 years to a direct moment to tell you what I'm telling you. So everything's been affected. My ideas of relationships, religion, spirituality, food, health. That's why it's the life guide. It doesn't just talk about how to have a healthy body or how to have abs. It literally directs you in how to see the entire world and to get as much energy as you can from it. So yeah, of course, everything's been affected, especially my view on a deity, God, or some sort of, apparition in the sky. When you understand what this reality is, you see how everything affects your mind and influences you. You want your mind back? Understand how you're influenced. If you don't think you're manipulated, then you're manipulated. We're all manipulated and we're all influenced. It's just some people know they are and some people don't know. For the people who don't know, life is chaotic and random, but when you know, you can see it and you can at least direct where you're going and forecast. That's where the power's at.
And Laughy Face on TikTok asks, is increased vascularity expected when following the guide?
Optimize flow is going to happen, and if you need raised blood vessels, then yeah. But if you don't need it, then no. So it depends on what your body needs, and if it needs that, yeah. But your body's not going to do something that's inefficient. Your body's the most efficient thing. So it's going to do what your body needs. And your body on the guide may not need increased vascularity. It may need decreased vascularity. You might have, low blood pressure. So you might need constriction. So you might need to tighten. Whatever your body is at, the guide's going to bring you to the most optimal state. And then from there, your body will reflect that. That's why I say you don't need to work out. This is simply the reflection of my body staying in an optimized state. You don't need to lose weight. This is simply just the reflection of my body being in the optimized state. You don't even need to gain weight. This is simply the reflection of my body being in the optimized state. It works for me. It works for women and younger dudes and older dudes and younger women and postmenopausal women and everyone around, young, old, no matter what ethnicity, race, color, or creed. Because everybody can be brought to an optimized state. And that's what the guide focuses on, the most fundamental things. It doesn't focus on, okay, well, in my region and in my race and my background, no. Do you breathe? Yeah. Do you have a mouth? Yeah. Okay. The air you breathe and what you put in your mouth is extremely important. These are the fundamental things to extract the most energy as you possibly can from the realm that you live in. And as you do the things the guide says, it brings you to the most optimized state as a human being, to where you can become superhuman. I feel on it, dude. I feel so powerful right now.
So Verdell asks, is it best to be vegan or can I eat meat every now and then?
Hell no, it's not best to be vegan. It's never best to be any title or anything, especially if it's a restriction. Best to be, no, it's not best to be. That's manipulation. They want you, and they'll manipulate you any way you can. Oh, you eat dead flesh. They'll use these very hyperbolic words to try to convince your minds because it's manipulation. If you just point to what it is what it is. You don't need to convince anybody. You don't need to use these grandiose words of like hyperboles and extremism to try to convince somebody you're eating the flesh of dead, poor, mistreated animals from the. Bro, it sounds like you're trying to manipulate me by using all these, very like extreme words. Like, yeah, I'm eating animals. But lions eat animals while they're still alive. So would you rather me be chewing on an animal while it's still living, or would that flesh be better dead for the animal? It's manipulation. No, it's not better to be vegan. No, it's not better to be carnivore. The best thing to do is get everything that you're made of to the fullest extent in the widest variety, in the greatest spectrum, and all the colors and all the taste. You can eat meat. I technically eat now every like 300th something day. So I don't eat meat all that often. But when I do eat, I eat everything. I eat meat and plants and vegetables and seafood, all this stuff.
Beautiful. And then DJ Lay's Eyes responded and said her name is Zur or Zure.
Have you heard of this person?
No,
Well, I'm glad they turned you on. I've had a lot of people like, dude, you gotta check out this Mikey guy.
Yeah.
My words are becoming renowned because this is echoing through, because it's not a weak word. It has the power to travel because it won't dissolve in the atmosphere. If you say, hey, it won't make it very far. But if you say, hey, then it echoes to the furthest reach. So the more established my words are, the more they encompass the entire world. And that's why it's like, hey, you gotta check this guy out, because what this dude is saying, take me out of it. What this dude is saying is undeniably effective. And once you actually see it, you see this is actually life itself. Very powerful.
Heck yeah.
I feel so freaking powerful. It feels so good. I feel so strong, dude.
And
I'm
then,
like focused, man.
so he asked, what can I do about neuropathy? I just lost another toe and I need a plan. From DJ Lay's Eye.
Well, I mean, first off, you lost a toe because you weren't considerate of yourself. That's the main thing. Like, you could say like, okay, well, you had a disease, you had some sort of neurodegeneration, you had diabetes, you had gangrene, you had blah, 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 poor circuit. You can say whatever you want for the reason of why you lost a toe. But the actual reason is because you don't love yourself. You're not caring for yourself. You're not tending to yourself. You're not catering to yourself. And because you don't love yourself, you're slowly decaying. You're slowly withering away right before your very eyes. You're dissolving in this realm and you're being eaten alive because you're not even considering yourself. When you love yourself, when you consider yourself, you nourish and cater to and send energy to, and you come alive. Your plan is to love yourself. That's the plan you need. You don't need a freaking plan. How manipulated is that? Look at the world. Oh, you need a plan, bro. Okay, what's your plan, bro? Okay, what's your schedule? What's your routine, bro? The world's so lost, they need a plan. They can't even see what's right in front of them. The sun lights up the entire earth, and people are still so blind that they need a plan. Everything is illuminated. Everything is exposed. We see the stars at night. We see the city and the woods during the day, and we think we need a plan. The plan is to start acknowledging yourself. Your toe is now rejected from your life because you have failed to truly acknowledge yourself and show yourself love. You could have saved it because the sign showed up years ago. But in that time, instead of you saying, okay, hey, wow, I'm getting these signs to probably do something, you did nothing. And you stayed in insecurity and self-hate. And guess what? You're slowly rotting. You're slowly decaying. You're collapsing upon yourself. You're not even able to sustain yourself. The plan is to love yourself. That's what you need to do. And do only what's best for you. When you love yourself, okay, is this love for myself or not? Okay, smoking cigarettes is not love for myself. Okay, eating junk food is not love for myself. Okay, me doing these things and not taking care of myself is not love for myself. Oh, love for myself is, what am I made of? Even knowing myself, what's going on, all this other stuff, and giving yourself that. And once you do that, you don't lose yourself and collapse. You expand who you are and you live. That's the plan. That's why you're here. You're here to love yourself first and then others.
Awesome. And then on YT, we have, what do you think? So Nihal asked, what do you think accident is?
Accidents is negligence. That's it. There is no chaos in this reality. There's simply those who are aware and those who are not aware. But if you look back, you can trace it back, you can see the point of unawareness or disengagement in reality and time, and that's when accidents happen. You stubbed your toe, you lost your keys, you said something stupid, you got blind rage, all this other stuff. You got hit by a car. Well, you weren't paying attention. The car didn't pop out of nowhere. It didn't just pop into reality. There were sounds, there were noises. There's probably people trying to warn you. There's probably things trying to hold you back. Even the spirits and the angels are probably trying to help you. But when you don't pay attention and you don't listen, the only thing that can conclude is an accident. But even accidents aren't an accident. It's simply unawareness. That's why you need to go into this reality and get as much energy as you can to become as aware as possible. Because when you're aware, you hear all the signs, you see all the clues and everything else, and it makes sense, and you know where to position yourself. Life is for the aware. Stop being aware, you'll stop living.
So DJ Lay's Eyes responded, said, I wasn't, you are right. And
I wouldn't steer you wrong. I wouldn't lead you wrong. I'm not here to tell you a lie or fabricate or make up something. This is simply what it is. I don't know you. I don't know what you look like. If I had to pick you out of a crowd, I'd probably look at the person without the toes, you know? But ultimately, I don't know who you are. I'm not telling you this because of some bias. This is simply what life is. This is the most fundamental core of what life is. Whenever you understand this, all this other stuff becomes irrelevant. Diets, veganism, plans, even health. Health is a cop-out for those who aren't paying attention. There is no such thing as health. You're either living or you're dying. Health is nothing and it means nothing. There is truly a higher way to live. That's what I'm conveying to you today. I will not steer you wrong. There is no lie. There only what is. I'm not even telling the truth. I'm just saying this is it. I'm not even telling the truth. The truth is like there's a period on the end of it and it stops. Even the truth isn't true because everything is continual. It goes on into eternity. There simply is what is and what is actual, and that's all I ever point to. It can never be refuted.
Which also Angela was saying, my first live with you. And dang, preach, brother. It's a good spit. Correct, Mikey.
I'm just telling you what's in my soul. I'm not even preaching. I'm not even trying. I'm just like, it's here, bam. I'm not even missing a beat, bro. I'm not skipping a beat. I'm not missing a beat. I'm not even trying to stumble over my own words. It's already ready because life is reflected. It's shown in every single thing, in every reflection, in every instant, in every sound and moment and pressure differentiation. Like life is speaking in everything. It's up to us to listen. But you can't listen if you're not aware. You can't even be aware if you don't have the energy. You can't have the energy if you're not first taking away removing what's taking away your energy and adding to what gives you energy. So that's the approach. It just is what it is, man. It's undeniable. That's why I say myself, I'm undeniable. Because I'm not even talking about me. I'm just pointing to what is. And what I say is undeniable because it has no association with me. It is what it is. Whether I'm here or not, it still happens. Whether I'm here or not, that person still lost their toe. Whether I'm here or not, the message is still getting out because it itself stands on its own. And when you formulate yourself to that, you can't be contradicted. Life is this. It's simply awareness. It's consciousness, energy, and regeneration. All right, cool. What else we got?
Awesome.
Love you guys. Hey, if you're liking this, like it. If you appreciate this, share it. If you are getting something from this, comment, love it. Love this. Awesome. Share this, get it out. Engage. That pushes out even more. It's for the algorithm. It's for the page and everything else. It's for my team. I don't need anything, right? But I do have a team. And you guys help them every time you comment, every time you like stuff, every time you share, every time you repost or whatever you do. You help the team. You help Sashi. You help all the other people on my team and everything else like that. And they're helping. They want to get this message out for me. They're like, Mikey, I love you. You're amazing. How can we help you? So I have a whole team doing this because they found the life in this. So whenever you guys do that, you're partnering with my team. You're partnering with myself to help spread the word, spread the message. I'm not telling you to buy anything. I'm not telling you have to get anything. I'm not telling you have to do anything or spend any money or whatever. But the only thing you have to do is acknowledge the undeniable, which is right in your face, the elephant in the room. And once you do that, all of life starts to reallocate itself. All right, what else?
Beautiful. GM Blakeney said, good. Or how long does it take to start seeing results when following the guide?
The moment you apply it, same day, same moment, same instant. Because the moment you turn by a degree, you have a whole new perspective, whole new data, a whole new data set, a whole new plethora of information. So the moment you shift is the moment your paradigm starts to reshape, almost like a Rubik's Cube. Instantly. Some people have gotten over chronic illnesses of 20 years within less than 2 weeks by applying this. It's instant.
Wow.
It is instant and it's undeniable. I've never had somebody get the guide who could deny the guide. There's the naysayers who've never even gotten the guide, don't even know what it is. They think it's like a weight loss program or something stupid crap like that. They whine all day. Do you have it? No, I don't have it because it's okay, then you invalidate yourself. You're stupid. You don't even know what you're talking about. You'll literally judge something before you even look at it. That's stupidity. That's a stupid person. Everyone who's ever gotten the guide has had access and been granted higher power, higher ways, greater understanding, greater consciousness. And they've always imparted something greater than they had before they got the guide every single time. And I've been making the guide available for roughly 4 years. And in that time, a lot of people have gotten the guide and not one person has ever refuted, you know what, this is truth, bro. Some people get it and they read it, they start crying. They're like, this is it. This is what I've been missing all of my life. All right, next.
Laxania said, thank you so much. Your words made my morning.
I love you so much. These words are life, guys. I'm not telling you something. This is not chatter. This is not talk. This is the energy directed on purpose. I do this for myself. I do this for my family. I do this for everyone around me. I don't just say vain words. I don't waste. These fools will waste their words. These fools will talk because they want to talk. They'll just say whatever. They'll just splooge into the air, never to get anything back. But me, I understand everything's energy. So my voice is even energy. If I'm going to use energy, I'm going to direct that energy in the greatest way. That's why when you guys hear this, you're like, dude, I can feel this energy. What did I say? What did I actually say? I didn't say, you can do it, you're great. I didn't, no encouragement, no motivation, but yet you hear me speak and you're like, I feel so freaking charged because I understand there's a generator inside of me generating energy and I can formulate it in a specific way. So no matter what I say, you're going to feel charged from it. It's not what I say, it's where it's coming from. I speak from life and that brings life to everything around me.
And Kristen said, I can't wait to read the guide. And then Daniel Beardall said, my brother.
Yo, Daniel, what up, dude? I love you so much, man. I saw that message you put in the Discord. It's like, yo, I listened to this a second time. Daniel asked me, hey, bro, how did you retire so young? So I made Daniel, it's available for everyone in the Discord, but I made Daniel a specific voice memo. Like, I don't know. I think it's like 60 minutes to 70 minutes long. I'm just going in and factoring everything. This is how I did it. This is what I did. And I believe he listened to that. And within 30 minutes of applying it, he landed a contract for about $75,000 because none of this stuff's real. It's just energy. And how you approach stuff is everything you have is simply the confirmation of the energy you've been engaging in. So if you don't have money, that's just the energy you've been engaging in. If you don't have health or, you know, a good state of homeostasis, then that's just the energy you've been engaging in. But when you understand it's just energy, you can engage it in a specific way, and then your reality reflects it. Within 30 minutes, he landed a deal for about $75,000 because it's not real. It's just simply the confirmation of the energy. So I saw that you listened to it a second time. You're like, bro, it's even better than the first time. That's what I'm saying. That's why the messages in the Discord, I speak when I have the energy to do it, because I want this to last beyond a day, a month, a year. You can listen to this next year and it's going to be even more powerful then, because the words accumulate and saturate and grow. It's almost like fermented stuff. The more you do, the greater amount of benefits you get from it. That's what these words are doing. They're fermenting in success. So when you listen to this a year from now, your perspective will change, and even these words will hit you and upgrade you and advance you even then. It's an exponential growth. It's compounded. So proud of you, bro.
And then the rest of
even Renan was like, yo, this is like a legacy voice memo. It's cool. It's like one of the great ones. It's one of the longest I've ever left, because I want to make sure that you guys can get this, and I hit every single point so there's no confusion. So I'm super proud of you. Okay, what else did he say?
So he said, love this. How good's the guide? It's essential to have something documented to fall back on for when we forget, because we do.
I'm going to tell you, read it every day. You don't even have to forget. You don't have to. And then I'm talking to everybody now. I'm talking to Daniel.
And he said 100%.
Read it every single day. Every day, every single day, every single day. Read it every single day, every single day. Not even just to remind yourself, but because these words are packed with a specific type of energy that I put in it. Like every time I write something, every time I say something, I occupy a certain state of energy, and that's why it's effective. What I'm saying to you guys is I could be another gym nerd, right? Well, if you look at your cardio and you look at your macros and this and that, those words fade out and they die. And then next year, a new study will be out, and a new study. That's why there needs to be a new study, because the stuff wasn't effective. It didn't last. It was premature. It was half-baked. But when I speak, my only purpose is to speak life itself, and life has no expiration date. Life lives. Things that are dying have an expiration date, but life itself lives forever. Life itself lives. So when you speak from life, you can hear the same message 5 years from now, and there will be people who are listening right now 5 years from now, and they're like, whoa, this was posted 5 years ago, and I'm listening to this. Wow, this is still powerful even to this moment. It supersedes trends or fads or phases or anything like that, because life lives. And when I speak and I write this stuff, I put life into it. So it jumps off the page, and you get energy from it. So it's better than coffee. It's better than self-help mantra or a book or something like that. That when you read these words, you feel so charged. So read the guide every day, not just to learn something, but to take energy so you can start generating your life and understand where it is. So every day you're ushering in life into your realm and your space and your reality and your inhabitants, that you're carrying life to you. Read the guide to extract life from it so you can usher life into your realm. You don't gotta understand. You don't even have to understand what I'm saying in the guide. You don't have to logically even understand. Just read it, and the electricity, the charge will jump off the page and into you, and then you can carry that into your day to day, and your life will change because it's just energy. It's just energy. How did I get this? What's up with the beautiful women? Why does everybody love me? Why do I have such nice places? Why am I able to travel and do all this stuff? Because it's just energy. This is just the confirmation, but nonetheless, it's the energy I've engaged in for the longest period of my life or this time. And it's created this. I didn't care about this. I don't care to be a millionaire or like have a bunch of women or whatever. I do like women. Like I do like cuddling. I won't denounce that. But what I'm saying is this. It's not because I'm pursuing it, it's because the energy I am grants it. And therefore now I have it. But even if it was taken away, it's not really taken away because it's just the energy to produce it again. It's infinite as many times as I want, because I'm already going on the path of eternity. You have infinity and eternity. They're two different things. Infinite means like a consistently going charge well that you can always draw from it. It never runs out. But eternity is on a path, a linear pathway that's expansive even, and you continue in a procession. So you tap into the infinite to draw energy so you can live in the eternal. And that's what this is. So read the guide every single day.
And Jitin Bell said, I'm 35, obese, 31% body fat, 100 kg, weighing.
You worship numbers. I'm 30, I'm 3'5", 3'1", 3'1" body. Like stop worshiping numbers and start loving yourself. You're none of those things, bro. Because you're not, what was his weight in pounds?
100 kg.
100 kgs. I'm sorry, kg. You're not 100 kg. You're something pounds. Like 100 kg would be like 225 pounds or something like that. I don't even know. 222 pounds. Numbers change. They're irrelevant. They're relative. They don't matter. You're you, and you have been loving you, and you have been giving you attention, and you're using these numbers to dictate where you are when that's only justifying where you currently are. Get the F out of the numbers and just start paying attention to yourself. And then you look back and those numbers will change. Now you're 80 kg. Now you're 37. Now you're this. Like just start focusing on yourself with attention and love and appreciation and actual consideration. And then these stupid numbers you keep trying to glorify, 30% body fat. And who cares? You're still you. Give that energy to you versus the numbers. Quit worshiping the number. Give that energy to you. And you look back, the 30% body fat will be 20. The 100 kgs will turn into 80. And it'll happen just because you start to consider yourself. And that's all you need. Quit justifying yourself. I didn't ask you for your numbers. Why are you telling me this stuff? Why are you telling me stuff I didn't ask you? I don't care. Because it's not the problem. This is fictitious. That number doesn't exist. But you're using it to justify your life, which only keeps you stagnant. F the number. Look at yourself in the freaking mirror. Look at yourself in the eye and start dedicating yourself to yourself every single day. And when you look back, those numbers will change. All those numbers are just saying you hate yourself and you have not been showing yourself any attention. That's all they're saying. They won't do anything else for you. It's time for you to focus. The only thing that's going to cause change is for you to dedicate yourself to yourself and focus on you and show yourself love. F the numbers. They don't freaking matter. Drop the freaking numbers. Body fat's not real. It's probably not even accurate. They probably don't have the accurate way to measure. Because you do it this way, it's a different number. Who cares? It's always moving, but you're always you. So you might as well show yourself some attention and some consideration and love yourself and stop treating yourself like crap. What was the name?
It's a username. So
all right, user, start using yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm daddy mode right now, right? No one's going to tell you that. Oh, brother, well, have your hope up, have some motivation, watch some motivational videos and get on a diet and you go ahead and Count some calories, brother or sister. You'll be there. It's okay. No, F that, bro. Sis, you've been neglecting yourself. You've been ignoring yourself. Your heart's been crying. Your body is screaming. You've been so negligent to you. If it was a kid, they'd already be dead. Because you've neglected yourself so much. If that was a child, that child would have died by now. But here you are, facing you, okay? Trying to justify with these numbers. Throw those away and just start looking yourself in the mirror. And just by you embracing yourself, your life is automatically going to change. You're welcome. I'm not a fitness influencer, guys. I'm not a guru. I'm not here to gain followers. I'm not here to make you like. I don't give a F what you think. Because this is, and what I say is undeniable. And I'll never bend to somebody to get them to like me or be an influencer or be like me, like and follow. No, this is undeniable. And everything you say, if it doesn't line up with this will always crumble. Those numbers, that's a house of cards. It's a sand castle. The moment the tide rises is going to wash it away. Those things change. They don't last. But this always is. Either you're loving yourself or you're not. And those numbers are just saying you have not been loving yourself. It's time to love yourself. I love you.
Do you want to hear the rest of his
message? Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
So it's Jitinbel. It says, no matter how much I try in the gym and diet, my body is not changing. I'm going to the gym from the last 3 months regularly, day by day.
I don't even care. This is just nonsense.
And I feel more tired. What to do?
You're trying to, this person, right? I tough love is the best love. If I was here to sugarcoat it, you get diabetes and it rot your teeth. Sugar rots your teeth, bro. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm here to give it to you straight, raw, just as it is. As it is, people don't have the courage to tell you what is. So they'll always try to sugarcoat, well, my public image, my F a brand. I don't care. I have no brand. I have no name. You didn't even know me a month ago. Who cares? So this might be my one chance to talk to you because I may never see you again. We may never get this interaction. All that crap you're trying is because you're actually running from yourself. All you have to do is face yourself and look in the mirror and love yourself and dedicate yourself to yourself. And it literally starts there, okay? Who cares what's after? Because guess what? I tell you not to work out. I don't work out. I don't go to the gym. I don't tell any of my people to work out or go to the gym. And they all have bodies like mine. Patrick gaining muscle. Robbie gaining muscle. Ruslan lost a bunch of fat. Ro lost all the cellulite. She had all this cellulite on her body, cleared the F up. Never had him go to the gym, never had him work out, never had him diet, never had him fast, never had him do cardio or anything like that, because it's not a gym problem. That's for the ignorant, the people who don't know what life is. They need to go to the gym and just beat themselves on a freaking elliptical or a treadmill or some weights, some free weights, and blah, 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 because they don't know themselves. It's ignorance. So they need that as a compensation because they don't know themselves. Anything you need to stand in the middle of you and that is how much you don't know yourself. So however much gym you need shows that you don't know yourself that much. When you know yourself, you can have the abs and the body and the health and whatever else without any of that crap, because it's stupid. It's unawareness. There's no knowledge. But when you know yourself, you don't got to know the gym. F the gym. Know yourself. You know yourself, then all of a sudden you grow in that. But it starts with facing yourself in the mirror. Because you're going to the gym and doing all this stupid crap because you hate yourself. You want to change. You don't like you. And because you don't like you is why you ended up where you are, overweight, blah, 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 all your other things you're listing off. Because you didn't like yourself to begin with. Now you're still not liking yourself and you're going to the gym to try to change yourself because you don't like you. But when you just look in the mirror and you like you start being more considerate towards you and you start loving yourself more. As you love yourself, that love will permeate through your body and it will take effect and you will look different. I've had people lose sometimes 15 pounds in 1 week because they just finally start loving themselves. It doesn't take long without going to a gym or dieting or counting calories or any bull crap like that. It's the energy of self-love. And when you embrace this, it permeates through all of your body and it changes you. All the other stuff becomes irrelevant. You're tired because it's stupid. You're tired because it's unsustainable. You're tired because it's not the way you're supposed to live. You're tired because it's not the flow. It's not the way. It's not how life is ushering in. You're tired because you're working against yourself. You're tired because you're using the wrong energy. You're tired because you're using force. You're using willpower. But when you just cater to yourself and love yourself and actually care for yourself, no energy lost, bro. You don't lose energy, you actually gain energy. I haven't eaten in 22 days. I have energy to the freaking roof. Why? Because I am the king of embodying self-love and embracing myself and exposing myself to myself and calling myself out, in a sense, to a higher degree. I only get more energy after. I only get bigger and stronger and better. Same thing for you. You're the same human as I am. You need air. You need liquids. You need foods. You need a house and a place. You need things. We both need those things. So we're both affected in the same way. So you as well, when you operate in self-love, your body will also be affected because you're not void from operating in this. This is actually what you need because this stuff is stupid. And you're seeing the results of it. No wonder why you're tired. Because you're still operating in self-hate. You're still hating yourself. You're burning the candle from both ends. Quit hating yourself and start loving yourself and start catering to yourself, start consoling yourself and looking out for yourself. You'll get a lot further looking out for yourself consistently than going and working out for a couple months. Drastic, dumb stuff. Let the ignorant be the ignorant. Life is consideration. And you got to start considering yourself.
He said, thank you. I got what you're trying to say.
No, you did not. Watch this video and watch this part. I don't know how long we've been on, but watch this video every single day. I swear to God, bro, sis, whoever you are,
bro,
watch this video every single day for the next week. And I promise you, you'll get better results in this 1 week than you have the 3 months you've been at the gym. I promise you. You have my word. Watch this. You can even cut this out from YouTube and make your own video playlist and put this mother effer on repeat. And the words will absorb into your body and they'll saturate inside of you, and you'll have greater effects listening to what I just said than all the work you put in the gym over the past 3 months. I promise you. That's how much I believe in what I'm saying. You cut this part, you listen to it every single day, you'll see greater results, body fat drop, whatever, shiny your skin, everything else, than everything you've done over the past 3 months, a quarter of a year. And 1 week will be more effective than the quarter of a year that you just spent doing that bull crap. Love you. All right, next.
Rico on TikTok said timeless, and then Steel Sea Hawkers.
The Weekend and Playboy Cardi, huh? Timeless.
Said words are powerful. And
it depends on where they come from. Because I can say the same thing, but if it didn't have the backing of the energy I said, it would mean nothing. Words aren't the power, words are the carrier. So what energy are these words coming from? That's why I can say I love you, or I can say, dude, I love you. I can source it from the actual energy that's true. I'll say that word for you guys when I say it. Or I can say, yeah, bro, I love you, man. I love you. You didn't feel that. I love you guys. You're like, dude, I freaking love you guys. I'm here for you. I care for you. And when I say it like that, it's like, whoa, I'm saying the same words. The words are just the carrier of the energy that encapsulates. The words encapsulate the energy to carry. It's a carrier. Almost like a capsule carries the nutrients or whatever it is inside. The words are just a carrier. And if the words are empty and hollow, people can feel that. It's not the words, it's the energy behind it. Energy is powerful. All right, next.
And then CZ said, just bought the guide and joined the Discord. Excited for what's to come, Mikey.
The Discord's where it's at. I've left over 2,700 messages just like this and even more powerful. Because like I have no censorship in there. I can say whatever. I can say exactly how. Here, there's so many things I can't say. But the Discord, I've had the Discord for going on almost 3 years now. I can see when we started, probably 3 years now. And I've left over 2,700 messages in there. Just as powerful as this. And when you hear these words, they soak and saturate your life. You're induced in them. And like it just absorbs inside you. And it's the catalyst of change. And you just change into a different person. It's almost like some sort of like magical effect. The person before the Discord, and then they get into the Discord, they soak it up. And then the person after the Discord is like a whole new being. They're like, whoa, they like went through the catalyst, the metamorphosis, the effect. I can't share it all in the guide because I can't share 2,700 voice memos in text format. Because some of those voice memos are like 40 minutes long. It would be like volumes of encyclopedias, but I can't share them as voice memos in the Discord. So I'm telling you guys, the Discord's where it's at. If you get the annual membership to the Discord, you get the guide and the meal plan for free. You get all the voice memos, you get the community, you get the accountability, you get the partnership, you get the camaraderie, you get the check-in, you get the accountability, you get me, you can ask me questions and stuff like that. You can even get the evolutionary program where we do weekly check-ins, and you can get the intensive monitoring program where we do like daily stuff. But nonetheless, the Discord is where it's at. That's where the power is. Just hearing this uncensored day after day will change you automatically. It's the exposure of, that's the catalyst and the initiator for a grander scape of your perception. If you're kept from it, like the Plato's cave, the people with the shadows on the wall and the stage, that's all you ever know is flat 2D images. But when you've been exposed that there's a whole nother world, it gives you inspiration and insight to understand, oh, wow, there's more to this. Like the 4-minute mile. This is the perfect example. They say before that person ran the 4-minute mile, no one did it. No one ever ran a 4-minute mile. No one. It wasn't in the minds of the people. They couldn't perceive it. But one person did it. And the moment that word got out, within a week, I think over 4 people did it. I think like 12 people did it because they heard it was possible. So the words, which are the carrier of the energy, is a catalyst for inspiration and a grander scope of your perception and your paradigm. So what's said in there, it activates your mind to see what this reality actually is. You guys are even experiencing it right now. You think this is powerful? Go to the Discord. Way more powerful than this. Here I'm censored. There's so much stuff I can't say, I can't be. But there, I say whatever. I say exactly how it is. Cool, next. I'm proud of you too. I'm excited for you too.
And Mike on YT said, hey man, Mike here. Haha, you are a great motivation. I swear. You got me believe in myself back in 4 days. Thanks for real.
4 days, bro. 4 days. Feed off these words. Live off of them. Put stuff on replay, bro. It costs you nothing. I don't even put ads on this thing. Just so you guys can listen to these videos uninterrupted. I am well able to monetize my channel. I am well able to monetize my channel. But I don't, because it's not about the money. I want you guys to hear this stuff uninterrupted. I don't want an ad every 8 minutes, 6 minutes or something. No, I don't want to break your focus. I don't want to break your train of thought. My videos are sometimes 4 hours long. I can easily get some ad revenue from this, but I don't want the money. I want you to get it. Because if you get it, it'll be paid back later. Like it'll all work out in the end, because when you get this, this world becomes a better place. No much like pessimistic conspiracy theories. Everyone's whining and complaining and like bitter people. Shut up, bro. Where's the power at? Get out of this victimhood, this insulin. Step in power. So put these videos on repeat. I don't get any money from it. There's nothing I benefit necessarily from you putting these videos on repeat, but you can get washed in this stuff. And you think you're motivated in 4 days? Imagine the next 4 years if you induce yourself and bathe in this stuff. Fill yourself as much as you can with this, bro. I'm gonna open that door.
Okay. And which thanks y'all for all the love. CZ said, appreciate you, Mikey. Stay blessed, brother. And then Angela said, do
y'all want me to monetize these videos so there's ad interruptions?
Heck no.
I'm asking seriously. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll do.
Yeah, maybe they do, but I'm like, I want some seamless playback.
I was approved for monetization like 2 months ago. I still haven't monetized. Because I don't want you to I'm getting into a good deep thing and then bam, ad hits. Hey, credit union. Hey, what? I don't even know what ads are. Pharmaceuticals, buy this. Hey, red light therapy, health thing. Blah, I have no idea. I have YouTube Premium, or is it Red? What's it called?
Your Premium.
I have YouTube Premium. I can't stand ads. If I would pay Facebook, if they would take the ads off of their videos too, I'll pay a price for them, because I don't want that. I don't want my concentration to be broken. If I'm on something, I'm hearing something, and right as they're about to get to a part, some ad pops up. No, that unbroken concentration is going to establish something way deeper inside of me than if it was broken up. So I purposely make sure none of my stuff, that at least on YouTube, has any ads on it, so that way you guys can hear it unbroken. All right, next.
Awesome.
So put it on repeat. That's what I'm saying. Just put it on repeat and listen to it. I don't get paid for it. This is for you.
The Bridge podcast asks, how do you turn atmosphere into muscle and mass? I've been a lifter for years, but I'm going through a transformation. My body just doesn't want food.
Your body doesn't want food. I want to say this as nice as possible. Your body wants food. Everybody's body wants food. My body wants food. I'm extremely efficient at utilizing it than your average person. But I still want food. I'm not saying don't. Like, you don't make bones just out of nothing. Like, they're the most dense part about you. Like, you don't make bones out of nothing, bro. You got to make them out of something. And that's the food. Food is amazing. Food is great. And you don't turn the atmosphere into muscles. Like, you got to stop wanting muscles. You got to stop wanting to live. You got to stop being biased. Who cares about I don't care. Because I don't care about muscles, I've been gifted muscles. It's like whatever you don't care about in life, life will grant you. If you care about money, you'll never have it. Or if you do have it, it'll rule you. But the moment you don't care, like, whatever, dude, do whatever you want. People are desperate. Here, get a loan. Here, have some money. Here, blah, 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 blah. Same thing with the muscles. Like, I don't care about how, if I was skinnier, I'd be just as sexy. I'd be just as beautiful, just as gorgeous. I don't need big muscles. I would still get, I got girls when I was overweight. I got girls with man boobs. I got girls whenever I was 6 years old. It means nothing. So you got to stop wanting to lift and also the bull crap, because it's just manipulation. It's just a lack of identity. When a person has no identity, they make the gym and lifting their identity. Those are some of the most boring people in the world. I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying, like, that's their identity. Hey, let's go on a date. Okay, let's go to the gym. All because the only thing they have that's exciting is a repetition. 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep, 4. And they have no identity. So don't get lost in trying to build muscle. So don't try to go to the atmosphere to try to get muscle. Like, that's so like redundant and backwards. Live. Go into the atmosphere to live and get the charge. Who cares about how much muscle you have? Get the charge from reality. Get the charge from the atmosphere. That's what matters. Like, do you have energy? Who cares about how big your muscles are? Do you have the energy? Or do you need pre-workout? Or do you need supplements? Do you need coffee? Do you need all this other stuff? You're saying you're unfamiliar with the atmosphere, which is no justification to be like, okay, I don't need food. You don't even know the atmosphere, bro. Go understand your atmosphere. Go understand what you're in. Go understand what this is and live in it. And who cares about the muscles? Muscles are stupid. The guy with the muscles saying muscles are stupid. I'm telling you muscles are stupid, and I have muscles. Because I'm so unbiased that I'm telling you muscles are stupid. Just like I tell you veganism stupid, just like I tell you fasting stupid, carnivore stupid, even having big muscles is stupid. It's inefficient. You have to carry around bigger amounts of mass and babysit and all this other bullcrap. Big muscles are stupid. Use your brain. That's where the power is at. Consciousness. My muscles are just the evidence that this life is so perfect. I grew bigger even without applying some sort of fitness regimen. That's the only reason I show them. And plus, I expose myself. I don't wear clothes, so like you're going to see me either way because I don't wear clothes.
And then Daniel on Facebook said, Mikey, the other day.
Is this? Wait, I think I know what Daniel this is. He's been commenting on stuff. Which one was he at?
He's right here. It's a different.
Okay, this is a different Daniel. Okay,
so many cool, great Daniels.
So, dude, like me and Daniel's freaking click, bro. Like me, Daniels have always been cool. Probably because we're some of like the most popular names. So John's obviously like the first most popular name, and then Daniel might be more popular than Michael. Michael's the 4th most popular name in like the U.S. and like the Western world. So Daniel's probably like right behind John or something like that. But every Daniel I ever met, cool people. All right, what's he got to say?
So he said, Mikey, the other day you were talking about other places that you have lived or stayed, and the energy.
The charge. I knew this was going to come. I knew this today. I was thinking about this on the roof today. I'm like, when I listed out, oh yeah, this had this energy, this had this. And I'm like, I think someone's probably going to ask me that today. I felt it. All right, what's up? What is he saying?
Okay. And the energy you felt in different parts of your body, like where you are now, you experienced it very intensely in the head before you decide to venture on another journey to another part of the country. Do you already know
the world?
Do you already know if the energy is going to affect you in that way, or is it learning process when you get there?
It's exposure. I have no idea. I have no expectation. I have no idea what I was going to expect in any of these places. So I just go there and I just analyze. Okay, what am I feeling? Where's the energy at? What's going on? It takes me a couple days sometimes to like settle in and like adapt and become adequate to the energy of the land. And then once I catch it, I can ride it. But I have no idea any of these places. So like Goa was the belly, like India was the belly, Sri Lanka was the groin, Nepal is the head. I had no idea any of these places. But once I get there, I have nothing else to do. Like I don't have something else that's more prominent than me understanding what's going on in my life. Because if you don't even acknowledge yourself, you'll always live in confusion. And you're like, man, why are things not working? Dummy, because you haven't sat down and like find where the energy is at. Like, why is energy here, your lower back, or here, or whatever? So like once you actually sit down, you can actualize these things and appropriate to the current condition and the situation. And as you do that, you can collaborate with that energy and allow it to flow through your body, and life becomes effortless. But I never know what to expect. Like I won't even say where I'm going to next, just because like I don't want to like put that type of energy on it. But I'm going to another country soon, and I have no idea what I'm going to expect there. But I bet you it's going to be different from all the other countries I've ever experienced.
Do you want something to latch on? Maybe?
Yeah, sure. If you haven't, it's all good. If you don't, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
If it goes, it goes. If it flows, it flows.
Heck yeah. So beautiful. And then Carlos on IG asked, do you think we live inside ourselves?
We live from ourselves. Like, what do you mean inside yourself? Are you outside? Can you see your own face without a mirror? No. So you live from within. Like it's inside out. Like, yeah, everything's happening inwardly, but nonetheless, it's here. Like you are experiencing something. So I don't believe that you're necessarily creating it the exact moment. If you close your eyes and put your hand out in front of you in an empty space, you're not going to start feeling an elephant. You're going to feel the empty space that was there before. So you're feeling it from within, because all the senses are going to your interpretation region, which is your brain, your interpretation center. But nonetheless, you're still experiencing what's here. You're not experiencing what's not here. And everyone experiences something very similar, because no one's out there able to materialize a sword in their hand or some other things. Maybe they can, but for the majority, we're not seeing that. So yeah.
And then on which the Bridge podcast came back and said it's rejecting food. I should say I got mold poisoning.
Rejection's stupid. Anytime you reject anything is a discipline. You don't have to reject. But go ahead. This is the lip person, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got mold poisoning.
You didn't get mold poisoning. You're weak. That's not poison. You can't get food poisoning. You can't get sick. You can't get bacterial infections. You can't get viral infections. You can't even get poisoned. That's just showing you the current state of equilibrium and hormesis and homeostasis within your body. You've been weakening yourself most likely because you've been going to the gym a bunch. So therefore, if you eat anything like, oh, I got mold poisoning, you don't get mold poisoning from even eating. You get you don't even get poisoning. It's just your body's inability to collaborate with whatever energy that you put in it to where you're now in a defective state. You're not in homeostasis. So your body's trying to regulate, because that's how weak you are, because you've been giving your energy to something else. That's not mold poisoning. It's not bacteria. Like you can this is why I can't say this on air. I can't say this, but yeah. Next. But go ahead and finish whatever you're saying.
Okay.
But it's not mold, it's exposing you how weak your energetic field is, because you've been giving it away to things that are unnecessary. And that's why you have mold poisoning. That's why you get sick. What else is it saying?
It said I got mold poisoning. Then I'm detoxing, but it comes to the point of having to fast.
Detoxing stupid. See, this is what's my bro's name? This is the podcast, right?
The Bridge podcast.
The Bridge. I don't know your name, but I love you, and I'm 100% on your side. I'm here for you. I'm your effing brother. I'm not coming against you or whatever. But these people have to do these rash, extreme things because they don't know themselves. The more ignorant you are, or the more ignorant a person is, oh, I got to detox. Oh, I got to fast. That's just a compensation for you not knowing yourself. Oh, I got mold poisoning. It's because you're weak. You and I could do the same thing, and it would affect you differently than me, because I hold on to my energy and I'll just give it up freely to any BS out there. You know what I'm saying? Because my energy is worth it. So you're affected and you get some sort of poisoning or whatever, because you don't have the energy that's capable to nullify what has been absorbed in your body. which is trying to show you, you actually need more energy. You need to eat more. You need to work out less because you're susceptible to mold poisoning and sicknesses because you don't have enough energy. If you have enough energy, how can that mold affect you? You overcome it. How could you get sick? You have so much energy, bacteria, like it dies within you. Parasites, everything else. That's simply exposing to you the level of capacity of your energy to overcome anything that would be exposed, you'd be exposed to in your life. So it's the opposite. You don't need a detox. You don't need to freaking fast. It's stupid. That's for ignorant people who don't know anything. You need to do the opposite. You need to eat more. You need to boost up your energy and not give it away to a freaking piece of iron or some stupid cardio session. That's for the ignorant. That's for the blind, the barbaric. They don't know any better, so they just do what they know. Save your energy and you won't be susceptible to sickness because you have the energy in you. Sickness is just depletion of your energy, and now you're overcome by something else besides you. And that's what the sickness is. It's you not being you. It's a bacteria, virus, whatever. But whenever you're so full of you can just burn that stuff up in a second, hold your breath, and it's gone. Your lymphatic and everything else rushes so quick to move it out of you, you poop it out. Get out of me, mold. That's the power. But these people don't know themselves. They have to compensate. They need antibacterial supplements or pharmaceuticals. They need to fast. They need a detox. Even the word detox is so stupid. I'm not talking to my brother. I love my brother. I'm talking about their paradigm, those people out there. They detox, but they're so dumb, they don't know your body is only a detox. Your body's a system. Your body's always detoxing. Your body's always taking toxins out and removing it through your urine. That's why urine therapy is stupid. Don't drink your urine. Toxins come out. Your poop, your fecal matter, sneezing, runny nose, coughing, sweating, all that other stuff. Like you're literally getting the toxins out no matter what. So there's no such thing as a detox. There's only dumb people who keep putting toxins back in their environment and their body has to keep putting it out. There's no such thing as a detox. Detox are stupid and extreme. The more extreme it is, the more ignorant a person is about what they are. You don't need a detox.
He said, I resonate with what you are saying. My name is Joseph.
I love you, Joseph. This is not against you. I'm just telling you their manipulation. These people, this is the blind leading the blind, the ignorant leading the ignorant. And we hear them enough because they've been put in front of us that we believe them. Like, oh, I need a detox. Oh, I need to do a fasting. I need to do a 3-day fast. Oh, I need to go work out. That's all we've heard all of our life. So therefore, it bypasses our cognitive functions, our executive functions, and we just accept it as fact. It's not fact. It's just exposed to us and we keep hearing it. So we think it must be true because we keep hearing it. Just because something's repeated doesn't make it actual or the highest way. That's actually the weakest way. Because these people need so many different compensations. Oh, I need to fast, I need to work out, I need my stack, and here's this, and here's this, and there's all this other stuff. That's actually showing you how weak they are. Because when you come whole and complete, you need nothing. You need no thing. I don't need to fast. I don't need to work out. I don't need to lift weight. I don't need any of that stuff. All I need is to acknowledge what's actually happening in reality. And the moment I do that, I walk into it and I become indestructible, undefeatable, indomitable. Everything you see here is just because I took the time to consciously acknowledge it. Okay, yes, I accept it. And that's what you see here.
Awesome. And he said, thank you, bro. I've been feeling this intuitively. Thank you for putting words to it. I guess my energy is expanding because I pulled in this wisdom. I appreciate you, bro. Big love, my friend.
I love you so much. There's a verse in the Bible. I absolutely love this verse. I'm not Christian, okay? But the Bible has some very good stuff in it. Well, a lot of books do. There's a lot of books that have great things in them. But this one for sure. But the Bible is a accumulation of like many books, you know. How will they know unless they're told? It's talking about like the gospel being preached. The gospel means good news. Like you have gossip and gospel, right? Gossip is bad news. Gospel is good news, right? Gospel, L. Even though it's not Hebrew, but still, gospel is good news. Gossip, you get what I'm saying, right? So, the gospel. How will they know unless they're told? I don't expect you to know any of the stuff I'm talking about, bro. So I don't even hold it against you. I don't think it's a dampening of your intelligence. I'm pretty sure you're extremely smart, but you've only been told one side. So how would you know this unless you've taken the time to sit and contemplate this? You know how long I've been contemplating this? Since I was 9 years old. That's why I'm so confident in what I'm saying. I've been thinking about this since I was 9. You know what my motivation was? Breast. I had breasts on my chest, and I went to the doctors, and they couldn't help me. I'm like, bro, what is this? Oh, it's gynecomastia. It's very normal. A lot of dudes get it. I think they say almost like roughly, and this is a huge number, but I don't know about that, but they said roughly 50% of young males get it, but it goes away by puberty. I said, okay, well, this is still weird, and I don't see any other boys with this, but okay, sure. So I waited until puberty, didn't go away, got bigger. I went back to the doctors. I'm like, yo, it didn't just not go away. It's even bigger now. What the heck? And they're like, oh, well, we don't know. But here's a number to a good surgeon. Call them. They'll cut it out for you. You're good. Let them cut it out. And I'm like, no, I trusted you, bro. I waited years of my life and years as a kid. I had the tenacity and the faith to hold on for years. Every day I'd wake up. It'll go away. It'll go away. Doctor said. Doctor said. Doctor said. I'm not even hating on the medical system, right? They don't know any better. They're just doing what they're told. They're just puppets as well. They don't know anything. They're just doing what they heard somebody else tell them to do. Like, oh, well, my person said this. It's just regurgitated, right? So I don't even hold it against them. But I had faith and I believed and I waited. Every day I'd wake up for years, look down, breast. 9 years old, 10 years old, 11, 12, 13, 14. Never went away. So I said, screw this. I'm going to take this to my own hands. And I sat with myself and I observed and I actualized reality, what's going on. They said this. Reality is not what they told me. What is this? What am I in? What's going on? Why do I feel this? Why did this happen? What is going on? I've been doing that ever since a very young age. So unless you've been doing that since a very young age, how would you know this? You wouldn't. I wouldn't expect you to know this. I don't even hold it against you. I know that there's a big machine sent to just tell you what to believe. And people don't have the cognitive resources to literally actualize and process everything that they hear. Oh, show me the study. Study daddy. Every study is their God, their Lord, a piece of paper. I don't live by studies. I live by actuality, like what's actually happened. What's actually going on? What's the effect of? What am I actually experiencing? A study or a hypothesis or a doctor or scientist, anybody would say it's impossible to be what I am. I've reduced the gynecomastia. My eyes are now blue. They used to be brown. Now my eyes are blue. My hair grew back. It filled back in. I had no hair here. I was bald. I had a bald spot here. Now my hair has filled back in. I've grown taller at the age of 37. I have muscles and I haven't worked out in over 6 years, nearly 6.5 years. My muscles are bigger. None of this is possible on paper. But those people have made paper their God. And you look at them and they're still dying. I don't care what you have to say. You're dying. And I could see it. I could see it on your face. I could see it in your eyes. So I completely reject you and what you say. And I go towards life. And every time I go towards life, I advance. I raise up. The scope gets bigger. And that's what I'm sharing with you. So Joseph, I don't expect you to know any of what I'm saying, but it's just time to get this out there because this is what life always was. And it takes a lot of conscious effort and application to actually see and interpret what this is. So now you have it. I'm here. Go live, bro. Let that be an not even a lesson, but an exposure. You didn't get mold poisoning. You weakened yourself through your workouts and everything that you were doing in your own paradigm, which made you susceptible to the effects of a foreign particle in your body. And it affected you that much. I love you.
And Laxania.
Hold on 1 second, Sasha. Hey, Lele. I'm going to call Lele a second. Could you do me a favor? Could you bring me some juice, please? I love you. Hey, and also, does she want help riding the bike? Like, does she actually want help to learn how to ride the bike? It's 2 things, yeah. All right, next.
All right, Laxania said, wow, so much wisdom. Really appreciate your message and energy.
And I got younger, too. I look younger. I look younger now than at 28. I look younger now. Can you zoom in, Sash?
Yes.
Zoom into my... Okay. I will help her today. Is the bike here? Yeah. But you can go ahead and bring the juices up. Can you zoom in?
Zoom.
So this is my face here. How's my face look? Like
all the way. You want to come closer?
I could, yeah. I look younger now at nearly 40 than I did at 28. My skin is fresher and smoother and more alive. My wrinkles went away. My eyes are now blue. They used to be brown. My eyes used to be brown. My eyes are blue. There's no contacts or color changing. I'm a completely different person because I embody a different spirit. This is not even possible. Like, why is this? How is this? What's going on? There's greater things than what you know. And that's what I'm exposing you guys to this day.
You made some back outers.
Dude, dang, my face looks so sharp and so angular. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Cool.
Make it look good.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, cool. Yeah, if she wants to, after this, I can help her.
I can also
help her. You know how to ride a bike?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh yeah, Ray does know how to ride a bike. That's a great point.
Yeah, we did ride a couple together in Utah.
Yeah.
And a couple other places. All right, cool. When are y'all? Are y'all almost done?
The apples are on their way right now. So after choosing the apples, they're not coming tomorrow. So.
All right, cool. Yeah. Then after that, we can do it. Thank you. All right, what else we got, Sash? It's juice time, baby. What time is it right now?
It is 1:09.
1:09. Okay, it's my first drink of the day.
You also got a reply from Daniel, which I'm trying to pull back up. He said, appreciate you touching on that again. It's amazing the energy you experience. Cannot wait to get started on this guide. I'm getting amazing energy just from these live streams.
That's all it, we'll come back to it here in a sec, but that's all, like, listen to me. That's all it is. There is no girlfriend. There is no boyfriend. There is no money. There is no fitness. It's just energy. And if you don't understand it, you have to beat your head against the wall to try to get an effect. You have to starve yourself. You got to go run. You got to lift hard. You got to take a bunch of supplements. But when you understand what I'm saying, it's exposed for what it is, and then you can truly embrace and utilize it. All right, what are they saying?
And then I'm getting amazing energy just from these live streams. This guide, I feel, is definitely going to change my life in such an amazing way. Thank you, your beautiful partners and team, for doing this for us all and showing us the way.
Cheers, Daniel. I love you, man. You will never be the same after this. Once you apply the guide, you will never be the same. You'll look back and like, I used to live like that. That used to be me. Everybody has done that, especially my Discord community. Like, once they come to a certain point in the guide, they look back like, holy crap, I didn't even understand what type of a dark cloud I was living under. I can't even see how ridiculous life I was living in, so much self-hate and all this other stuff. You come into true enlightenment. I'm not even talking spirituality. I'm talking about, like, the lights just come on, bro. I love you, man. It's my pleasure.
And Joseph said, I will pick up the guide. Would love to chat directly someday. Bless you, my friend.
Totally, dude. If you want to chat directly, there's two things you can do. One, you can join my Discord community and then hop on a conversation on a live like this. Or if you want to be more private about private stuff, you can book a power session with me. It's kind of like a one-on-one. It's called a power session. It's on my site. My site is at the bottom, right? MikeyBreathes.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you just go there and book a power session. So that's it. Yeah. I'm not here to talk to every single person. Everybody wants to talk to me all the time. It's not even a brag. I'm just saying, like, I'm not here to try to talk to people. There's nothing I want from people. I'm not saying I'm, like, not going to listen to anybody, but, like, I'm very attentive to reality, like reality speaking, and that's kind of all I give my time to.
And also, if you have a podcast, so that's another thing.
If you have a podcast with at least like 1,000 followers, then yeah, that too.
Yes. And then on TikTok, Stevenson's back.
Oh my God, we're on TikTok. Oh yeah. TikTok, how you doing, bro? You guys are okay or what?
Yeah, they're good. Stevenson asked, what's up, brother? Our discussion about the atmosphere was interesting last time.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
And Steel Seahawks Wesker said, if you ever have a kid, it's going to be a cross of Hercules and Tarzan. LOL, superhuman.
Dude, I love you, man. You're cool. That's pretty cool.
He also asked if we will go to China.
And it will definitely have the wisdom of Sophia and probably the power, the wisdom type of power of, like, Athena. I don't discriminate against, like, gender. So, like, it'll be just as strong as the women too. Hercules was cool and strong, but he was also, like, not that smart. Tarzan was able, but not very educated, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely train my kid on Sophia and Athena as well.
He said absolutely. And then Alex said,
And Phobos and Demos as well.
yeah.
Ooh. Anyway, moving on. Go ahead. There's nothing to fear.
And then Alex on YT said, everything in life is a sign of the universe. The longer I look for energy in this life, it is so fascinating.
Totally, bro.
And then that's why people say manifestation is true, because they put so much energy into one thing that actually make the universe say it's true.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what a lot of religions as well.
Yeah. And they also said, use the world as your playground.
The world is a playground, man. Have fun. Have fun.
Yeah.
Lay really turned me on to that, because I was so stern and serious. But she's like, playground, playground. Lay started channeling like my ancestors and angels. And some weird stuff happened. And it was very accurate. It's kind of like, what the freak? Like, how would this person know that? I didn't know Lay at the time. I knew her less than a month, and she started channeling stuff and like saying very specific things. I was like, what the heck? And eventually one of the things that she was sharing is like, life is a playground. So start having fun. My life changed forever.
LOLYIC said, Mikey, have you ever met people on your level or found profound?
I have not. Nobody impresses me. And I'm not even hating on people like, oh, because I'll make it fun. That's why it's kind of hard to get, or at least in the past, it's really hard to like connect with girls now. Like back in the day, whenever I was like clubbing and partying and stuff like that, it's very easy. It was funny because Sasha and I were talking about like the different signs. I'm like, man, I get a lot of girls who are Cancers. And there's a lot of Cancers in my life now, like, you know, the sign Cancer, some Tauruses, and a lot of Virgos. But I'm like, man, I never get like Scorpions or something like that, Scorpios and stuff like that. And then Sasha's like, yeah, you did get Keisha, and like Bev was there and stuff like that. I'm like, I got them from partying though. Like, so when I was going to the clubs, when I met like Bev and like Keisha and I went to a couple clubs together and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, the Scorpios are in the club while the Cancer's like at home and like nurturing and stuff. So I was like, oh snap, it's crazy. So either way, long story short, I've never met anybody like on the same thing.
And then
I don't think I could tell you why, but yeah, that's why like I look to the gods as inspiration, because man doesn't inspire me. That's how I even know about, you know, Athena and blah blah whatever, you know, because man doesn't really inspire me like there's a verse. I don't know if it's in Jeremiah or Isaiah. I'm pretty sure it's in either one of those. I'm pretty sure. But it says the Lord's Spirit goes to and fro throughout all the earth to find even one who has faith. That's the gist of it. I've gone all around the world. I don't see many people with faith, man. And that's why, again, it's hard to like to connect with a lot of these girls, because like, and even guys, like there's just no faith. Like, where's the faith at? Where's the faith? Where's the faith at? A lot of people are just scared. I look out and I see so much fear in people's eyes. Like my eyes pierce through them and they're just scared. I'm like, what are you even scared of? Nothing's ever happened to you. You know? So anyway, yeah, it's very difficult, because I gotta usually like dampen myself, or I'll scare people, especially girls. Like new girls, if they see like my intensity and shit like that, of like how I am on this level, they'll get like, whoa, this is so intense. So I gotta like dampen myself and smile a lot, especially like around like new people, and even guys too. Guys will get super insecure, especially if they have a girl around them. I think I brought a lot of people's relationship closer together, because every time I walk in public, men will hold their women closer.
That's true. I've seen it too.
So you'd be like, you're welcome. Like I brought in a lot of people closer, because like when guys will treat their girls like crap. They'll push, you know, they'll like push them away and all this other stuff. But then like I walk into the room or the environment or the place, you see guys like look, they'll see me and they'll like grab their woman's hand or like put their arm on their shoulder and stuff like that. Guys are so intense. Guys are not you guys, not my people, but I'm saying like random people out in public. You guys are awesome. You're inquisitive. You're wanting to learn and expand. I'm just saying, when I go out into the world, I see a lot of that. Oh man, this is
so. Cadman asked, do you have any advice for feeling like you're not impressed by the people around you? Also, aren't the gods...
I'm not looking to be impressed by the people around me. I don't expect to be impressed. That's You know, like I don't expect to be impressed. Why would I be impressed?
I think
Again,
advice for him if he's feeling
I'm
that.
telling the advice right now. Why? I'm not looking to be impressed. Why? Why would they even impress you anyway? Are they your monkey? Are they like your dancing monkey there to like why? Who cares about being impressed? If you're not impressed, then make the situation something to where they can be inspired to do something that would impress you. And that's what I do. So when I go out in public, I am the one who brings the charge and the energy, and I make it fun to where these people can now be free. And when they're free, they're more impressive. They open up more. So anyway, what was the rest of it?
Also, aren't the gods just creations by other men, or no?
It's the idea. It's the concept of. I'm not saying like I'm falling for this god, but you hear of the creativity of like, let's see somebody, Dr. Manhattan, right? Or you hear some sort of like super cool thing like Venom and the symbiote and the merging, and it's more so the conceptualization of the idea of something extraordinary that you wouldn't normally find day to day. I don't really care about the guy who ran the 4-minute mile as much as I would, you know, Warlock who can like travel through space at like high speeds, or the Silver Surfer or some crap like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more inspired by a being that can create its own wormhole and travel through the dimensions to come to a different location in 3D reality than I am at the guy who ran the 4-minute mile or Usain Bolt. I respect Usain Bolt and I congratulate, yo, this guy's awesome, but I'm inspired by the great feats, the cosmic, the galactic feats. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like these mythical gods are something great in of themselves. I'm just saying like if I'm going to glean from anything, like I'm more so than that personally.
And Carlos asked the same question again. I think he wasn't here when you answered it, but he asked, Mikey, do you think we live inside ourselves?
He asked the same question?
Yeah, he asked this earlier, but I think
He asked it again?
Yeah, he asked it again because I think
Carlos, why didn't like did you leave or something? Like I want some answers now. I'm gonna start repeating myself. Like you gotta watch the live. I'll post this and you can go find your question and go like I'm not, why would I answered it. I gave a full description and everything. Come on, bro.
or maybe you can rewatch it later.
That's why I just told him like you can go watch it again. But
Okay.
like let me know, like how did you not hear? Like I literally spent adequate time answering your question. All right, what's up?
And Erica asked, do you have a payment plan option for the Discord and the guide package?
Ooh, like the yearly? The payment plan option is either month to month or in full. So yeah, you can get the monthly membership to the Discord, and I guess after a year, you could get the guide. Like that's how much it would be to get the annual. The annual is like the yearly cost. There's a little bit of a discount since you're buying the annual, but you can do it like that. I don't know. I'll work with you though. Like if you actually want it and you're serious, like I could make something. Everything's fucking malleable anyway. So if you really want the guide and you really want to be in the Discord, like hit me up, shoot some DMs. My team will reach out to my team, and we'll set something up for you. Usually, like I don't do payment options because people aren't even true with themselves. Like if you want something, just go and get it and make it happen. You don't even need to do payments. Pay for it in cash. Buy the car in cash. I don't have $20,000 sitting around. Exactly. Go get $20,000 and then pay for it in cash. Yeah, but that takes work. Yeah, go freaking work and work hard in a sense to make it happen so you can just do it. You could probably save like $5,000 to even $8,000 if you pay in cash with certain types of plans and stuff like that. You'd probably pay more if you bought the car on on credit or with debt or anything like that. I don't have this laying around. Okay, yes, that's the point. Go get it. If you don't have it, go get it. People think just because they don't have something now, they can't ever have it. And like this is the weirdest thing about humans. They think because they don't have it now,
that's a good point.
They can't get it. Okay, a car, like right, you can get like a pretty decent car for like 20 grand. I know now they're getting more expensive and blah 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 blah, like the newer cars, everything else, like used cars and all this other stuff. You can get them for anywhere from like 15 to about $30,000. I'm trying to think, like, you can get a pretty good car for $30,000. Like, it's not gonna be like fully loaded like a Mercedes. You can actually get. When I was in Mongolia, I was finding some Mercedes like a couple of years old for like $13,000, and I'm like, Mercedes are cheap in Mongolia. I don't know why or what deal they have, but like I went there, I'm like, $13,000 for like a 2-3 year old Mercedes. Like, what the heck? What the heck is this? Anyway, but if you're in like the Western world, obviously they put premium on it because you're a Westerner, you're going to pay more. So you might get a pretty good car for like 20 grand, right? You might only have $600. Okay, Mikey, how am I going to pay for a $20,000 car if I only have $600? That's the fun. That's when the play starts. That's the game. How do you get $20,000 if you only have $600? That's what you're figuring out. That's the game. That's Scrabble. That's life. That's Monopoly. That's the game that you're playing. How do you do it? How do you turn 600 into 1,200, into 2,400, into 4,800, right? Like, how do you come to these degrees and these levels? Hey, girl. To change this into that. Like, how do you do it? That's what you're figuring out, and that's what makes life fun. So the goal is not even $20,000. The goal is like, how can I have fun to do this? And then you end up having the goal anyway. Oh, hey, look, I made $20,000. Like, actually, I reached my goal 2 months ago. I'm just having so much fun figuring this stuff out. Just because you don't have something now doesn't mean you can't get it. Figure it out. That's why you're in every situation you're in, is to figure it out. And that's what makes life fun. It's fun to figure it out. That's the joy and the beauty and the playfulness of life, is to figure it out. Hey, how do I get multiple girls? Figure it out. Hey, how do I get big muscles without working out? Figure it out. Anyway, so yeah, so if you do want the guide and the Discord membership, I would say, dude, just get the money. You don't have to even borrow money from your parents. I might even tell people to get loans and borrow money, but just figure it out. Like, just save up and be better than trying to do some sort of payment thing.
Which Carlos said, sorry, man, my phone died, but no problem.
Carlos, how dare you? How dare, he was so busy watching, he's like, oh man, this phone just like, my phone died. No! Carlos, ultimately, my answer to you was, yeah. We're living from inside of ourselves, because you can't see yourself outside yourself. So everything you're experiencing is from the inside out, but the outside is still real and stuff. I did a whole thing about like materializing reality with your eyes closed. You got to go watch that part again. But nonetheless, to answer your question like directly, yes, but I put a lot more on it.
And then Laughy Face on TikTok said, what about functional workouts? Won't they help with longevity and agility?
Functional workouts are just compensation because you're not living a functional life. Every workout is just a compensation for how you're not already living. So whenever I'm going out here, right, and I'm going out the door, most people just walk like this. This is it. That's all they walk. They never move in any sort of dimensions of reality. So whenever I move, I even made videos on this, and they're on my social media pages. I'll move I'll stretch and I'll touch the door and I'll kind of go through this and I'll walk up these stairs and I'll jump and I'll skip steps and I'll hop and I'll skip, bam, whatever. But if you're not just naturally having fun and living life, like, oh, let me do my functional workout because I'm a functional guy and I need to do mobility training. These people have no lives. I have too much of a life to do that. Because in my life, I'll just automatically go out the door in the handstand or just have fun as I'm doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like, so you just live a functional life and you won't have to do a functional workout. Those are people who just, I'm telling you, when you see these people do, they're just compensating for not actually living. When you actually just live, you don't need all their compensation. This is compensating. Incorporate this into your day-to-day and how you normally live, and like, you just become the thing. That's how I'm still able, even though I haven't worked out in 6 years. I'm able to climb and run and jump and skip because I'm always like running up and down stairs, not for a workout, not for my cardiovascular health, because I'm just being a big kid. I'm just loving, I'm just jumping and skipping and playing and all this other stuff. Smell perfume.
I heard some ladies out there. And Cadman's like, it's true. Look at the other animals, bro.
As he said that, there's a herd of goats that's running down a hill. That's funny. Yeah, there's a whole herd of goats that's running. They're just running and playing and jumping and skipping, and they're not trying to be. Here, let me do my functional goat push-ups. Bro, shut up and just live. Skip some stones, skip some steps, climb a tree, hang, go upside down, hang off the end of your bed, and just live functionally. Because two things. One, if you have to do a workout to be functional, that means you're not doing it in your real life, which means it's not even realistic. Because if you're not already getting it from the real life you're living, it's not a function you're using anyway, which means it's inadequate and you're training for something that you're not even incorporating into your real life. So you might as well merge and incorporate in your real life. Second thing, if you just actually use function in your life and use all of your body, these things will become obsolete because it's just what you're using and not using and doing and not doing. So don't try to make up in a workout to try to keep a function that you're not using. Just use it in your real life and you'll never lose it. And then you don't have to dedicate time out of your life to go work out. No, you can stay with your family and be functional. You can stay in your life and be functional. You never have to waste that hour of your life every single day trying to be mobility and this and that. I needed to be mobility. That's why you always see me like moving and stretching. I'm always like with the stick and like that because I'm expressing myself in the full scope of my reality, you know? Which should probably touch my toes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And Cadman asked,
Hey, Sash. What's this?
Oh, I'll get it.
Huh? To have a pillow fight with Sasha.
I won't scream. Anyways, can you go deeper into
Oh, I can go deeper. I can go deeper. Because I hold it in, I can put it in. Right, what else? What do you say?
Can you go deeper into
I can go deeper.
Mean by faith?
What did Biden say? Oh, health? I got health. He said something like that. Can I go deeper into what? Into lean body?
What do you mean by faith? I've heard you say before that faith is the only currency we have.
Faith is your attention and your awareness and your hope that you're projecting into what you want to experience, all right? So whenever you don't even attempt to believe or have the hope for something, there's no exchange or trade. So you at least need to hope that, believe that. I'm not even talking about like cross your fingers, tooth fairy type of stuff. I'm saying like, do you believe today's going to be a good day? Are you putting that into it? Whenever you do that, you have an exchange, and this exchange usually brings the experience. When you become familiar with it, you can use it as a currency to have a better life. But if a person doesn't even believe, you can't have muscles without working out, well, then they won't. I do. I don't work out, and yet I have muscles. You can't have two women, or you can't have this, or you can't have, okay, cool. Yeah, you don't. I do. I have it. You don't. One advice for all of you guys out there, I love you so much, okay? If you take one bit of advice I ever give you is this: never listen to a loser who doesn't have it. If they don't have it and they're talking, tell them to shut up instantly. That will save you so much stress, so much drama, and so much stupidity from even coming into your ears. If I have muscles, right, and I don't work out, and they don't have muscles, they're out of shape and clearly not even in good health, and they have anything to say, tell them to shut the F up. Do not listen to losers who don't even have what they're talking. Everybody wants to talk. Some people wrote some articles about me, like, hey, look at this guy. He has muscle without working out. And like, you know, they're actually like pretty cool people. I'm very thankful, right? I'm starting to come to a level of notoriety to where people are writing articles about me. Like, yo, this Michael Ferguson guy, like he says he doesn't work out and all this other stuff. Go to the comment section. Yeah, it's impossible. You can't do this. Out of shape, bloated, looking hella aged, probably younger than me, and looking older than me. Pierce those people, hang them on a stake, and make a mockery of them. because their ignorance can echo and it will affect you. Listen and look at who is talking and what they have. And if they don't have it, do not give any value to their opinion. Those people don't have faith. And that's why they look like that. Even the bodybuilders who are like, well, you can't, that's maybe with peptides and like steroids. But you look at their skin, they have pimples all over their skin. They have rosacea. They have skin pigmentation. Their skin looks just beat up, like, bro, like your lymphatic system is like trashed, right? Very reddish, like weird, like, bro, what's up with your skin? A lot of bodybuilders have this nowadays, a lot of them. Probably their chemicals and all that artificial crap bubbling up in their lymphatic system and their body's holding on to trash and it's just destroying their skin. Me, smooth, radiant, vibrant sheen of a skin, like my skin's radiant. I put nothing, I don't even use soap. I haven't used soap in maybe Pakistan. Do you know why I use soap? I think y'all washed me. I think both you and Lay washed me.
I know with soap. I remember scrubbing.
One time with soap. Like when was the last time that y'all washed me with soap? It's been like almost a year. I don't use soap on my body. I don't use anything to get my skin's radiant. So if this person's saying something, but they have horrible skin, if they have this and that, completely ignore and invalidate anything they have to say because that's no faith. Only listen to people who have. Only listen to people who have faith, and it will boost your faith. Give no time to the pessimist. I don't even waste my time with they've already lost. They're losers. They are losers. There are people in life who have chosen to lose. Pay them no mind, and it will spare you so much of your own faith being depleted. I do not listen to doubters. We might take a consensus amongst the group to see like, hey, before we go into an endeavor, how do we feel about it? But we don't ever listen to doubters. That's how I have all my success. I refuse to listen to the doubters, to the naysayers, to the losers. They have chosen their lot in life and they chose to lose. They made their bed. Let them lie in it. I will never listen to those people. And it keeps my faith strong. I don't listen. Like even Jesus said he was going to heal the friend and the little girl. And he's like, when he goes in there to go heal, some people doubt it. He's like, you get these people out of here. He's like, get them the freak out of here. Get them the F out of here. Even Jesus is like, dude, Jesus is like, get this person out of here. And in the same way, remove everybody. I'm not talking about having an echo chamber of just like, oh my God, you're the most amazing thing. But if they doubt, if they fear, if they're pessimistic, they're a nihilist. They're like, oh, it will never what. Get that out of your life. Get it out of you. If you have it in you, get the F out of you. For sure, definitely. And then if it's in your external reality, also get out of there. Mainly get out of you. All fear and doubt, all that bull crap. Get it out of you. However you got to get out of you, okay? Same thing with these people. Get it out. And then all of a sudden you have all this faith and now you can put it into the exchange and now you can live this wonderful, glorious life of heaven on earth. There's no doubters in heaven. In Revelation, the only people who aren't like these mystical people like evil Satanists and like witches and warlocks who are just normal people who don't inherit the kingdom of heaven are cowards. They're not satanic, they're not demonic, they're not like witches or warlocks, but they don't receive the kingdom of heaven. Are just a normal person, cowards. Cowards receive nothing of greatness. Cowards. How pitiful, how disgusting. Even God's like, you're a coward. I don't want nothing. God doesn't want anything to do with cowards. Least this man believe, he shall expect to receive nothing from the kingdom of God. They even have any faith. You shouldn't expect to receive anything, man. Double-minded man's unstable in all of his ways. I used to read the Bible back and forth. Dude, I read the Bible for like 20 years. I knew I could recite the Bible with my freaking eyes closed. Okay. There's a lot of great things in the Bible. I just found things beyond it, but still, that's a good level to take from. But the main thing, God just despises cowards, weak people, fearful, trembling people. People want to get up and fight. Even Gideon, like God's like, okay, hey, let's reduce your army to people who aren't cowards. And by the way, that they either lapped water or brought it to their face. Because you can't have cowards. Like Gideon, I don't know if you guys know the story of Gideon, but it was an army in a certain land where killing off other people. Either way, he had a big army. I think it was like 10,000 or something like that. I don't know the exact number, or 1,000 or whatever. But he reduced his army down. God reduced the army down all the way to 300, because it's better to have 300 people who have faith, who aren't cowards, than to mix those 300 people with 1,000 or even 10,000 people of people who don't have faith. You'll lose. More is not always better. You want people who are solid, who will believe. Sasha believes. Lay believes. My team believes. I don't want everybody working with me. That's why people are like, Mikey, I want to meet you and all this other stuff. I want to talk to you. I don't want to be around. I don't know. Are you a coward or not? I don't want everyone to be around with me. If you don't have faith, I don't want you near me. Because you can do more with 300 people who are solid and strong than you can with 1,000, but you mix them in there and there's like cowardness in the camp talking. Those people are losers. There's a, I think the laundry guy's here.
Oh, they already came.
Oh, somebody's here for a package. Yo, yo, yo! Hey, Indra. Hey, ladies. Hi. How you doing? Are y'all from here? From up the road? Hi, neighbor. Hi, how's it going? I'm the guy who yells all the time. Yeah, namaste. But God doesn't want cowards, bro. God doesn't want cowards, and I don't want cowards and stuff like that. So anyway, there's this book I read. I used to read books I used to read from anywhere from 5 to 10 books a day. I didn't read them complete, but I would read a chapter from like 10 different books every single day. So I'd rise, my routine, like my success routine back in the day, was I'd rise and I'd read from like either anywhere from 5 to 10 books, depending on like the time. And I learned how to speed read, like 900 words per minute and stuff like that. I like took a lot of some courses on like how to read super fast, and so I can start getting in more data, more information. My highest comprehension was like 900 something words per minute. I would like take tests and study and all that other stuff. So I'd read from like 10 different books a day, at least from like anywhere from a couple pages to a chapter, just depending on how long the chapter was. If the chapter was too long, I didn't want to spend too much time in the early part of the day just reading. I have other stuff to do, but I would read from like 10 books a day, 5 to 10 books a day. There's this one book called Made to Stick. And it was about setting up your corporation and your team and everything else. And that book was so awesome. I like it. I see past it now, right? I see like, hey, there's a higher way because I'm still not trying to build a corporation. I'm not trying to do that anymore. I'm just chilling now. But there was a part in there saying pretty much that you're only as fast as your slowest person. So as fast as your slowest person goes, that's how fast you'll go. Because you have to do it with a team. You can't do this by yourself. You cannot live life by yourself. No one's a lone ranger. No one's like the isolated, independent person, like the alpha wolf, the lone wolf. This is bull crap. Everyone here relies on each other. I didn't make this mic. I didn't make the phone. I didn't make Wi-Fi. I don't even know how to make Wi-Fi. I'm not even ashamed to say that I don't know how to make Wi-Fi. If you put me out in the nature, it would take me a long, long time to figure out how Wi-Fi works if I was to make it, right? So I rely on the people around me and I collaborate and everything else. So on this book, Made to Stick, or is it Made to Stick or Made to Last? It's one or the other.
Built to last.
Built to Last. That's it. Thank you, Sasha. See, my team. She's on my team. She's here to help me. Built to Last. It talks about it's better to spend a majority of your time getting the right people before you start, because you'll go a lot further if you have the right people from the beginning. So you don't want to just like jump and try to take everybody with you, because there's going to be like disgruntlements and people want to argue and it's going to break apart. It's better to take sometimes even a year finding the right people that you need, because the moment you start, you're now together on this path and you guys can last 10 years, 20 years. And you can do a lot more than if a person just brought people in. It's the wrong people. Now every 6 months they have to go rehire and the turnover rate's high and all sorts of stuff. Great book, great examples, stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I see faith. There's a whole scope of it. We talked about the Bible. We talked about business. We talked about, in our personal life, we talked about doubters and losers and the pessimistic. Do people already give it? It's so easy. I'm going to end with this. It's so easy to win because the majority of people have already given up. It's so easy, especially in the dating market for me, because all of these guys they've already given up. Oh, all women are bad. All women just want money. Blah, 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 blah. They're already lost in their head. Guess what? All women don't want money. That's a lie. It's some sort of lie that they can justify by demonizing women, so they don't even attempt to go approach women. When you think women care about money, they don't. They care about safety and you providing and stuff like that, but they don't. They're not. Their God's not money. Maybe some famous social media people that you see, yeah, that's why they're a famous social media person, because they only care about vanity, right? But the majority of the people on earth don't even care. They just want a good, honest, personal stand up and do their duty. But these guys won't even attempt it because they're already lost in their head. So it's so easy to win in the dating market. It's so easy to win in the finance world. It's so easy to win in life because everyone already laid over and gave up and they just presented themselves prostate, just ready to be in the. So all you got to do is just attempt and try and just don't give up. And if you do that, you'll get a lot further than anybody else. So I got here. I just didn't give up. I just kept going. I just kept going. I literally just didn't stop. And now I'm here with the perfect life. I have the perfect life. So yeah. But it cost faith. My faith was I'm foreseeing a bright future. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to believe. All right, cool. Next.
Beautiful.
Built to last.
And which is cool because JR Builds LA asked, how wouldn't you smell, and what do you do to wash off just water?
How wouldn't I smell, and what do I do to wash off just water?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, bro. When you're smart, you understand everything your body does is a communication mechanism to you. That smell is trying to tell you that there's a problem inside. So when you resolve the issue inside, the smell goes away. The smell is there to get your attention, to tell you, hey, something's wrong, boy. So when you go in and you resolve that stuff, guess what? The smell goes away. Now you don't have a smell. Now my smell is beautiful. I have people coming up and throwing their face in my body just to sniff me every day.
Yeah.
Sasha, dang, Sasha, don't squirt on the couch, dude. Jeez, bro. Yeah. She's one of them right there. One of the many. Yes, whenever you understand what these smells, rashes, balding, irregular periods. I have a woman, I don't know when she hasn't had her period in years because she has some sort of osteoporosis thing in her bones. So she hasn't had it. She's not old at all. She's well under 50 and she's not premenopausal or anything like that. She's hadn't had her period since like her mid 30s or something like that. I don't know the exact date. I can get that. But after being on the guide for under a month, she now is spotting and having her menstrual cycle come back for the first time in years. You hear what I'm saying? That's monumental. That's huge. She has some sort of osteoporosis, arthritis, destroyed her body. We took those signs that her body was saying, like, oh, well, that means this and this and means that. Here, do this. And now for the first time in years, she's having her menstrual cycle, which means her body is actually flourishing and healthy and vital to where it can now produce eggs and, shed and everything else that it does. But if you just think like, well, I smell, let me cover it. Well, it's just a skin rash. Let me put some topical on it. Well, balding is genetic. It runs in my family. Then you won't even see what your body's trying to say. And then you'll, of course, go deeper down that road. But when you actually take in what's going on and you acknowledge it, like your body's trying to tell you, oh, I smell. Okay, what is that correlated to? That's how dogs can smell cancer, because cancer has a certain smell. Death has a certain smell. Sickness has a certain smell. When you understand these things, you can appropriate to the right solution that's needed, and it goes away. And then you don't smell anymore. I did that. I don't smell anymore. I don't just not smell. I have a beautiful scent and aroma to where people they lunge their face into my body to sniff me. Women freaking sniff me all day. It's very interesting. I live a very interesting, but they're all the girls are sniffing me, bro. Like just grab me. I'm like, I'm not just an object. But now that I'm there, I don't really need to do anything. Get out of here, B. I don't need to do anything. I just wash off with water. Go, 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 go. So that's it. So with water now, I just wash off. I get the only thing that's dirty is the outside. Go, B. So I just wash the outside off with water on a scrubber. So I just pay attention, dog.
Awesome. And then so Steelhawk or
Still,
Steel Seahawk Whisker said, "Dang, I wish I had 2 women to wash me." LOL.
2 women, nah, bro. I've had like 5 just scrubbing at everybody. I've had every fantasy you can imagine. I've had, because it's not real. It's just energy. When I found this out, and I'm like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? What am I, lame? I made everything happen, bro. I've had everything that you can think of in every way, every body part. I won't go into detail. 2, that's a low number, bro. I've had 5. The most girls I've ever had, like as far as girlfriends, lovers, simultaneously all together is 6. And it was all love. It's all love. It's not even about pride or being egotistical or anything like that. It's just like, that's my life. I'm just telling you my life, what's happened. Like when I'm saying this, I'm just telling you there's a point in my life to where I had that. So yeah. And it's not that it's just women, it's people who, the better part is people who love me. And they suggest, hey, can I scrub you? Oh yeah. They don't like, begrudgingly, all right, I'll scrub you, this freaking guy. No, they're like, oh, we love you so much. It's like love, and like that's what makes it awesome. So yeah, it's a good life. Because none of it's real, in a sense, to a degree. It's just energy. It's just the reflection of the energy that I am. That's it. To a degree. It's a little bit more than that, but it's like a broad overview. All right, next.
And then Kathleen said previously, "I'd love to hear a live of your favorite stories from the Bible."
Favorite stories? Oh man, Luke chapter 8, bro. Luke chapter 8. And the women took care of Jesus. That's my favorite. That's my favorite stories.
Well, they did take good care of him.
Yes, they did. So anyway, yeah. So all right, next.
Okay, so he also said, if you believe in a hater or doubter, then you're having faith in them. Worrying is worshiping the problem.
Worrying is worshiping the problem, and you're only going to get more of whatever you worship. Who said that? Cadman, dude, you're on it today, dude, for sure, man. Haters are people who gave up. Like, I don't have time to go to somebody's profile, look at their stuff, and go hate. One, if they're even showing up, mad respect to them. And whatever I give out, I get back. So if I ever hated on somebody like Brian Johnson or like David Goggins, I don't know, whoever's out there, right? I'm only going to get that back to myself. At least these guys are trying. They're doing stuff. And it's not in accordance to my higher way in the sense of like, hey, let's go to life. But they're doing their own thing in their way, which my way is not accordance to their way. But if I was to ever show hate, I'm only doing that back to myself. Those are just losers. Haters are just losers, bro. Get a life. They can't because they gave up. All right, next. And I guess we'll be done soon because it feels like it's kind of time to start rolling down.
Okay, cool. And then Verdell asked, do you believe in polygamy or marriage or like monogamous relationships or anything?
Well, I mean, believe, like what do you mean, like believe? Like when the person uses the word believe, it's almost like an entity, like you believe something's real. Those are the structures of people to engage in relationships. It's not anything to believe in. I don't believe in polygamy. I don't believe in marriage. It's just a route that a person takes to appropriate a specific type of relationship that these people agree upon. I'm married and I have multiple partners. I've been married to Sasha for 15 years, but I have multiple partners. I've been with Leigh for 6 years, and some of these girls here, I was with Dee for like 2 years, and I was with Taryn for, a year, and blah, 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 right? All the stuff. And I still have new girls out there. I have some girls here. I have some girls here I'm still talking to. I have some girls who have flown out to me to be with me. I didn't pay for their plane ticket. They bought their own plane ticket to be here. And they're beautiful. And I'm like, yo, so because people want real love and they'll spend everything. This is the cool thing. This is kind of what confirms everything I'm saying is it's grounded in some sort of like realness. Is the people will spend whatever they can once they find out what's real. They'll give up their old life of fakery. It's almost like the treasure in the field, right? It's like Bible talk, right? The man who finds a treasure in the field sells all that he has so he can purchase the field. Now he owns the treasure or the pearl or whatever. Like you have the treasure and you have the pearl. Just give the same parable like in two different phrases. So once you find what's actually valuable, you'll leave all that old crap behind. Like Lay, like for example, she was one class away from getting her master's in computer science. So she has her bachelor's degree in computer science. So she's a computer scientist. One class away from getting her master's. She was so smart that she was bored with it. She's bored of being a computer scientist and engineer, that she went to go get her doctorate and become a medical doctor. She's studying for MCAT, scribing, volunteering at a hospital, all this other stuff. She found this life in myself. She gave up all that stuff to come be here. Because she's like, yo, this is where the value's at, dude. Like, this is more real than anything I've ever experienced in my entire life. When you find out what's real, you'll give up the fake for it. And that's what the guide is. The guide's like, forget the fake. It's killing you. Go to the real. Go to the life. Go to what's real. And then you'll just automatically come alive from it. That's why I look alive. That's why I have so much vibrancy to me. That's why whenever I speak, you guys feel it, because I'm speaking from life. Because it's real. This is not fakery. It's not me trying to, okay, let me try to manipulate an audience to try to get the word, or let me craft a beauty. No, I'm just speaking the real. There's no plan. There's no script. I'm not reading from a secret script somewhere. I'm just like buzzing off the dome. Bam, 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 bam. Because it's just real. Because there'll always be like, is it real? Yes. Cool. If it's not real, it's obvious. So I got to even think about it. Like, well, was that real or fake? Okay, it's fake. Okay, don't do it. Okay, is this real or fake? It's real. Okay, let's do more of this. So when you find what's real, you'll give up everything you have to go be with it. So that's what I've experienced in life and with all these people, and it's been very wild. Okay, cool. Next. Sasha, same thing. Sasha gave up pretty much her entire life to come be here. I've given up my entire life to follow this way, and it's brought me on this wild adventure that you guys see me on. I'm in my 31st country right now, so I've been to 31 different countries, and yeah, it's crazy, dude. And I've only gotten richer, wiser, stronger, healthier, more beautiful, more glorious. Like, it's only been good. Like whatever I gave up was nothing compared to what I have now, because I'm stronger, I'm beautiful, I'm healthy, I'm wiser, my emotions are regulated. Like I have not even control over my emotions, but like I feel so good. It's like whenever I see other stuff, I'm like, who cares? Like life is good. So whatever I traded to be here, like it was well worth it, because this is what life is. All right.
Awesome. And Cadman said, it's not real. It's just energy. Go deeper on that, Mikey.
It's not real. It's just energy.
Yeah.
Is Cadman the only one asking questions, or what? I love you, Cadman.
There's other questions. He came in a row, so I'm going in order.
No, don't go in order. Go whoever asked whatever last. Like, let's go to the new. I like going to the newest question.
Okay.
And then whoever beats us. Okay, next question. That's how I don't like going up here, because these people feel like it's a recorded live. Come on, answering the newest questions. So
gotcha.
I always go to the newest questions.
Okay.
So that way you guys keep commenting too, and like once I see it, then I'll cool.
Inner Energy said, "Hi, brother. Do you meditate every day, or is your life your meditation?"
More so, the life is the meditation, because all a meditation is a introverted scope of assessing yourself, how you feel and what's going on, and then you express it externally. So everything's a meditation. I'm meditating right now. Like, how do I feel? Do I want to keep doing this? Why am I doing this? Is there a need? Is this even serving me? So like, how is Sasha? How's my correlation with her? How's my ad? So I'm just meditating every single second. You want to get as much energy as you possibly can, so you can direct it toward your cognitive function, so you can be aware of everything at all times. And then that life becomes your meditation. That's a great question. But yeah. All right, next.
Katarina said, "Hey, your accent is a little mixed US and Aussie."
Oh, freaking. I can't say that on live, can I?
I don't know.
Skits, mate, but with a, CUNT.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Cool. Yeah. Even in America, whenever people ask me like, hey, dude, like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from here. They're like, yeah, but your accent, like, I developed this very interesting speech pattern because I grew up alone. I grew up by myself. So I didn't have parents to like guide me and like, lead me on how to speak and talk. And, there's a lot of things that are integrated in my own personal way, because I didn't have any sort of bounce or reflect off of growing up in my developmental years. So I really established my own accent, even though I'm from Texas. I don't talk like Texans. Texans, they ask me like, they're like, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm here. I'm from Texas. And they're like, you don't sound like you're from Texas. I think it's because like all those years alone, just like all I had to speak to was myself. So yeah. It developed this very interesting speech pattern that I have in this accent. That's my receipt, my confirmation I grew up alone. You talk weird. Like, yeah, I was alone as a kid. All right, next.
Bingle Power on TikToks asked, "How do you overcome alcohol and drugs?"
By loving yourself, like those things are just supplements to take the space that you should be filling with yourself. Whenever you don't fill it yourself, they are your addiction. I have many videos talking about this in my previous lives. Go watch them, bro. Fill yourself with the stuff, but you hate yourself, and that's why you go to alcohol and drugs.
And Carlos on FB said, "What do you think on mushrooms? It seems
They're
sometimes
cool. Wait, what was it?
it seems sometimes it distracts you from living. Some people get lost there, but can be a good high."
I love that. Yes, I think they're irrelevant. Like you can trigger these certain states in you by default. That's how I get these answers and stuff like that. So like the same brain coherence that people would normally have by intaking those specific compounds, you can trigger in yourself by breathing, holding your breath, acknowledgement in certain things, and you can stay in a constant, steady, sustainable state of that same flow. So like, yeah, they're cool for the experience, but they're nothing to be dependent upon or to glorify. You should be able to be in that even whenever you're not induced with those compounds. So I'm all with you. It can be totally distraction. I'm with you on that. I think people glorify things way too much. All right, next.
And you don't ask, you already have it. Wait,
What?
that changed my life to manifesting faster. Sorry.
What did the mushrooms?
No, this is
Of
somebody
alcohol or
else.
what?
No, she's just saying you have.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I have?
Yes.
Oh, I love you. I'm going to tell you that manifesting is completely irrelevant, and it's just the effect or reflection or receipt from the state that you're in. When you truly live in that state, you don't even need to try to manifest. But everything you're experiencing and creating and manifesting is just the confirmation of the energy you've been in. But I'm glad I have been here for you and you've had an effect from it. I love you so much.
And EA Mon said, "Our international bro."
Yeah, man. You know, some people are silly because they're like, "Oh, he's a passport bro because I'm traveling." Dude, just because I travel the world and women like me in every country I go to doesn't make me a passport bro. I had women before I traveled. No, I'm playing. But yeah, international bro, and I don't even want to be, bro. Like, I don't care about traveling. There's no desire for me to travel. Believe it or not, I'm an introvert, but I can pull out extrovert tendencies and qualities, but I get charged from people, but it's a very short fuse. Like it doesn't last very long. I get more energy from chilling at home. I love just melting into the couch or the bed or the floor. I'm always kind of busy and active, but I like being at home. But yeah, I travel the world to collect energies. So yeah, even energies in the hole of people. Go in that hole and just take as much energy as I can. Like, give me that energy.
And then Katarina said, "Yes, it gives you a step up. I already have it. It's thinking I have, then it's all falls into place."
Don't even think you have. You don't got to think that you have. The fact that you would even want it shows your own inadequacies. I don't even want anything. And that's what I'm telling. Like, you become so full, like you don't want anything. And then you actually end up having everything. But like, if you try to think that you're thinking that you have to try to get it, is just more manipulation upon yourself to show that you're inadequate anyway. Which it perpetuates the cycle to be drawn from because it's an inefficient modality to live in, and it draws energy from you, so it'll end up aging you. Like, so you'll still go through it and have your vitality sucked from you because you're trying to think that you have so you can obtain, and you put your energy in this thing, and it's just like, no, just become completely satisfied with yourself and don't want anything. Whenever you do, like, the best things even come by default. Not even that you wanted them, that's what happens. So you got to try to manifest. It's just an energy that you occupy, not thinking that I have it or trying to believe that I have it or like convincing myself. You just embrace that state and you operate from there. Then it just comes. And they have to do this like mind manipulation, jujitsu type of stuff. It's like don't like stop wanting stuff. Who cares? Start wanting yourself.
Beautiful. And then Cadman Creative said, "Earlier when I joined the live, you were explaining the person did not have mold poisoning. They just didn't know themselves, because if they did, they would be too powerful for it to affect them. What's the balance between that and clearing out and getting out the toxins?"
That's a little bit different than them not knowing themselves. I said they didn't have the energetic surplus to overcome anything that would infiltrate their body. But they wouldn't have the energetic surplus because they don't know themselves. But it's not them not knowing themselves solely, it's them not having the energy to resist anything like that. But toxins, like, why are you having something in your environment that would break you down anyway? Why would you have something in your environment that wouldn't benefit you? Why would you have something in your environment that wouldn't add to you? I'm not going to try to add mold to me, but if it comes into my life, it's not going to last because I have more energy than it. Well, I have more energy than it because I don't have anything in my environment extracting energy from me, which are the toxins. Why would I keep something around that serves me no benefit but takes from me? That doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. So when people live illogical, they live with toxins. But when you live logical, like, you're smart enough to know, like, this toxin doesn't serve me. It's just so obvious.
And then San Francisco with Mitch on TikTok
Yo,
said,
son of a Mitch.
random idea, but do you think we are all one? Love you guys. Hello from Greenwich, Kentucky.
That's not San Francisco. That's Greenwich, Kentucky.
Yeah.
The heck, bro? That's false advertisement. Yes and no. Like, we're all individual people, but we're kind of like made of the same material. Like all trees are the same thing, but they're all like carbon and everything else, but like they're their own individual tree. So like we're made out of the same construct, but we have our own unique personal identities. Something like that.
And Katerina said, not materialistic things. I am the best version of myself now. I'm not wanting things.
There's like that. I want to share this with you guys. The whole best version of yourself, just throw that stuff in the trash. It was a trend from like the late 2010s to the early 2020. Like, just the whole best, just throw that away. Best version. You just are, and everything you are is the version of you. There's no better. Like, just know. But even like if you desire, like, oh, I want to travel. I want, like, because every desire is for something that you don't have. So you reach for something you don't have. So therefore, you're putting energy in something that's not even there. But if you just occupy the space that generates the energy, it just happens anyway. So you don't even have to try to put energy into something that you don't. I know it might be complicated to wrap your mind around, but I want to make this easy for you because it's the higher way, right? I inspire you to manifest easier, right? Well, hell, I'm going to inspire you to an even higher degree of what all this stuff is. And it's by not even wanting something that you don't have, but by putting all the energy in you, not because you're convincing yourself that you're your best self. If I took inventory of your life, I could probably find a lot of places where you could be better. Okay, so just take the whole best version out because you could probably be better. I could probably be better. We could all probably be better. Like, so, you know, it kind of defeats. It's self-defeating. We don't want any holes in our logic, so therefore, there's a lot of things that we won't even use in the terminology. So, with that being stated, when you put your energy into you, you see what you actually need. But the moment you see what you need, you turn on yourself onto it. And then if you need something externally, it magically shows up. And you have to go and try to believe for it, put your energy out to it. Makes life so much easier. But, you know, do whatever you want. That's just the highest way I found so far. And my life is pretty undeniable. So, yeah.
LOLYIZ said, what's your thoughts on competing in combat sports?
I think it's dumb. I respect everyone who does any sort of sport, any sort of athlete, especially people who are combat sports. But you want CTE? You want brain damage? You want to hurt your body and get arthritis? Yeah, sure, you could. Like, if there was any sport that I respect, it's 100% combat sports. The way they maneuver their body, because it's one-on-one. You have one person right there, and there's no team to back you up. You can't pass the ball. You can't like dribble or do like a technicality or something. Like, it's you and another person. But if I cared about my longevity, to me, everything that's not life is stupid. So bodybuilding stupid, muscles are stupid, vegan is stupid, carnivore, like, it's all stupid when compared to the brightest light, because all those things are irrelevant. But if you don't have this brightest light, it's pretty badass. It's pretty cool. UFC, stuff like that. You know, mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, all that cool stuff. Because I've done it. I used to train in all sorts of combat sports. It's not going to be your best bet if you actually care about yourself. If you actually care about yourself, you wouldn't put yourself in a position to where you can cause brain damage. When you don't love yourself, you'll put yourself in a position to cause brain damage. When you don't love yourself, you'll drive drunk. When you don't love yourself, you'll do very harmful things, and that's one of them. So, like, I like it. If you want to practice it a little bit here and there, cool. But you want to think about the preservation, not even longevity, screw longevity, I don't want to live long. I want to be preserved throughout time, undamaged. That's by putting conscious awareness into my life. So that's the whole scope of it. It's that because of this. Because I hold the highest thing is self-preservation, I can't really do that. Or else, you know, when I'm 40, I'll be like beat up and I'm like, oh, and when I'm 50, I'll be like, oh, like look at Muhammad Ali. Look at George Foreman. Like no hate on him, but like see the way they talk. Look at Floyd Mayweather. I'm just saying, dude. You want to preserve yourself for the long haul. What else we got?
Ronnie Arnold said, thanks, Mikey, for your inspiration and teaching. Love you and see you one day.
Highest level, bro. Love you, man.
Yes. And Yo-Yo.
Thanks for being here, Ronnie. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, even if you guys stay for partial or the whole thing, or even just for a minute, I appreciate everyone who shows up. I appreciate everyone who likes, who shares the lives, who comments and like, you know, shows people about like, you know, the girl was saying like, hey, my sister told me about you or turned me on to you. Hey, my friend told me. Like, I appreciate you guys whenever you share this stuff, because I'm not asking you to buy anything. I'm not monetizing these videos. There's nothing I'm actually asking for you. It's just, this to me is so obvious that the whole universe is prompting me to share this. I'm going to be real. I'm not a good guy, a charitable guy who's like, I'm trying to save the world. I'm nice and I'm very loving. I'm extremely loving and caring, and I care about my neighbors. And I care about my fellow man. I care about the people around me. But I'm not going to go out of my way to try to like, I'm going to go save humanity. Let me just save that's never been my motive. Even as a Christian, I'm like, I'm going to go turn everyone Christian. I'm like, well, let me just even know what this is first. But the entire universe, the stars, the constellations, everything has prompted me to get this message out. Like, look, dude, the world needs to hear this. And that's why I'm here. I'm not making money on this. I'm not telling you guys to buy the guide. I'm like, hey, go buy the guide right now. Go get the guide. Go get the hurry up special sell. This message needs to go out into the atmosphere. It needs to be echoed into this realm. And it just needs to be said. It's the most obvious thing. Like, when you actually hear what I'm saying, it's like, dude, that makes so much freaking sense. But the people before me just have not been able to comprehend it. That's why they haven't said it. All the gurus and the Buddhists and the non-permanents and the fitness and the workout, they have never said this message. There's probably attributes and aspects of it and stuff like that, but there's usually like a lot of like side tangents that they get caught up in. The universe and the stars have prompted me to come here at this moment, at this time, to share this message. And this is why it's blown up. And this is why I've gained a bunch of followers, and people are now following this way. And it's because the universe has like, it's almost like a big clock, but also like a combination lock. Like, you got to turn it and like different ports open so it can go. Right now, everything is aligned so it can drop straight down into the core of the people so they can get this. So the universe has pushed me. The stars have pushed me. Hey, dude, go share this. That's why I'm here and sharing this. So as you guys watch the live, you even stay for just 10 minutes or an hour, however long you can stay. I appreciate it, because obviously this word needs to get out there. So that's what this is. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you, Ronnie. I love all you guys. Thanks for sharing the message and everything else. If you do like this, click share. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, if you're rewatching this on YouTube, leave a comment. I'll do my best to try to respond. I'm not the best at responding on YouTube. But I do love you guys and I see all the stuff. So for sure, it's time for this message to get out. That's it. That's why I'm here. I'm not being paid to do this. YouTube doesn't pay me. Instagram doesn't pay me. Yeah, people buy the guide, but like, I'm not even telling you to buy the guide in this message. So I'm just doing this because it needs to be said. And it's time. So yeah.
And Marilyn Muse said, Mikey, I know you're right. You summarize everything that I know to be right, and you make it easy and crystal clear through the guide and meal plan. Everything that I think you verbalize, I'm so grateful for you.
I'm telling you guys, this is almost like psychic, because there are things that I will say. First off, you're welcome. Like, it's an honor to be even able to be confirmed and connected. So like, the fact that, I'm saying things, you're like, bro, like, that's exactly it. That's an honor to me, because I don't want there to be any shade or shadow or like dark spots in me. I'm transparent. I'm open. I'm upfront. I don't even believe in honesty. Like, it just is. Like, it's either is or it isn't. So I'm just saying what is, right? So the fact that it's all been, confirmed within you, it's an honor. So it kind of confirms like, okay, bro, you're doing the thing. But there's times whenever like I'll speak and I'll say exactly what the person was thinking at that moment in time. And I'm like, dang, dude, like that's exactly what I was thinking. So it's almost like the psyche of the world and what's actually going on is happening in real time. And we're like becoming more symbiotic and like linked up and aligned, you know, to where it's like just like that. And that's the confirmation of what all this is. I'm not trying to get you to eat meat. I'm not trying to get you to eat vegetables. I'm not trying to get you to lose weight. I'm just saying like there is an alignment that doesn't have to be forced or manipulated or like say hyperbolic stuff, flush of dead animals just to justify a diet or ridicule or mock or make fun of other people just to confirm it. It's so actual that it will literally say exactly what you're thinking about in your mind just to show you the serendipitous confirmation and the alignment of what this thing actually is. And I put myself in a specific energy every single day so I can continue operating in this for you guys. So it becomes undeniable. Because once it's undeniable, it's like, bro, why wouldn't I follow this way? Like if you could deny it, you wouldn't follow it. But like, dude, he said exactly what I'm thinking in my head. He has the results. The other people around him have results. This and that. It's like it becomes undeniable. It's like, hey, like every doubt or objection comes to the point where like I can't deny this anymore. And a person finally starts living life for the first time. And that's what I'm seeing day after day, moment after moment. But I have to get myself in this energy. So I'm like meditating. I'm charging myself up because if I don't have the energy, I can't share it with you guys. I can't share it with the Discord community. So I make sure to charge myself up every single day. I'm always doing the guide. I'm always charging. I'm always the breathing in. I'm always like moving the energy throughout my body. So when I come live with you guys, bam, I lock into the energy. I'm broadcasting it. I'm saying it to where you guys like, dude, that is it. To where it's so undeniable. Now you guys are like, okay, let's freaking go. And now you come alive. Because that's what this is. That's what the world wants. That's what the stars want. Everything wants to come alive. Everything's ready to live. It's now, we're on the precipice. We're boiling over. It's frothing up. It's foaming up. And we're coming to the point where like it's the tipping point to where all the world is coming alive simultaneously at this moment. That's what this is. So I'm super excited. It takes a lot of energy for me to like be here and do that. Like not to give to you guys, but to like charge myself up to be able to do this. Because if you have low energy, like I can't receive the signals, I can't connect with myself and all this other stuff. But man, when I'm charged, I have all this energy. I'm just saying these like freaking psychic things. Like that's exactly what I was thinking at the time. And blah, 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 blah. So I'm just trying to stay in this energy for all of us, for myself and for you guys. All right, next.
Beautiful. And then Cadman Creative said, thoughts on education. Isn't education just the same thing as working out? A compensation? An
Is that the newest one?
The newest one might be Laughing Face on TikTok.
Because remember, Slash, go down the newest. I will enter the education one, but remember to go to the most newest one. But okay, cool. But going back to Cadman, what do you say? Education is the same thing as working out. What else?
And then he said, an elephant does not need school to know how to be an elephant, etc. Just like it doesn't need to work out.
I'm not much for education in a sense. I don't neglect school because if I didn't go to school, I couldn't talk to you guys as properly as I do now. I couldn't do math equations. I couldn't bounce, my own checkbook and everything else. So like, that's what gives us the edge upon animals. No elephant has a human pelt on their floor, nor a home that they've created or technology to broadcast to. So we are more advanced intellectually than an animal. But in the same degree, like, yeah, elephants don't necessarily need to work out because they're just completely given over to their primal instinct. So therefore they grow as the elephant. But we as humans, we can put our focus and direction into different buckets or scopes of themes of life, and it will formulate us. So the accountant always looks like an accountant. The attorney generally always looks like an attorney. The CrossFitter looks like a CrossFitter. The swimmer looks like a swimmer. So these people are being modulated and formulated into what they put their conscience into. The elephant can only be an elephant. It can only put its consciousness into elephanthood, while we can put our consciousness into anything. So to understand the field or to be educated on it would be to share the past wisdom of the most effectiveness in what that is. So whenever we put ourselves into that thing, we could be the most optimized in that field manner. So there's no need to dole in or nullify the effects of what it does. Not that it's necessarily needed. You can do whatever you want, but it does give you a wider scope on how to be effective faster. if that's what you're looking to do. But if you want to learn it yourself, you can, but there will be more pitfalls. Why? If it's already given to us, but also understand it was given to us. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, next.
Beautiful. And then on YouTube, Erica said, you've been practicing your way of life for years. How long does it take for the average indoctrinated person who joins or follows the guide to unlearn our conditioning and become aligned?
10 seconds. Because it's not a practice and you're not unlearning anything. You're just redirecting your focus. That's it. So as long as you look this way, it'll all make sense. And the more you walk into it, the more sense it'll make. And the more you walk into it, the more sense it'll make. And the more you walk. So you're not having to unlearn all this stuff. You're not even comparing it to like, oh, this is the old me and this is what I would used to do here. You're just looking at what is life. There's nothing to unlearn. There's nothing to practice. I don't practice this way of life. What am I practicing? And what am I practicing for? I don't have a tennis match. Like, I'm not practicing trying to get like, love, game, score. There's nothing I'm practicing. I'm just looking at life. And the longer I look at it, the more it changes me and the more it makes sense. And the more I go into it, the more I merge with it, the more I become one with it. There's no practice. There's just attention. So I just tell you to bring your attention here. And as you do, you become so full of this, whatever you had before, it gets pushed out. There's no more room for that. And you automatically become what this is. So it's instantaneous. But it's also consecutive, because the longer you're in it, the more this other stuff gets pushed out, which makes it effortless. It's very easy.
Laughy Face on TikTok said, but isn't it important to learn to defend yourself and loved ones?
The best way to learn to defend yourself and your loved ones would be to understand reality, because everything that you experience, you put yourself in there because you have a desire for it. So if you're ever in a condition or a situation to where your loved ones are in danger, there's something inside of you that created and wanted that for the justification of it. So you'll better defend yourself if you understand reality and how it works, coincided with your true beliefs and your desires. More than a punch or a kick or something like that. Your loved ones are in danger because something in your heart wants to put them in danger. And if you don't know that, then you'll think it just happened. Nothing just happens. Everything needs your permission, even the danger and the harm of your loved ones. My loved ones have never been in danger. Ever. Ever. Why would they? Because I'm only going to experience what I believe. I don't believe that they need to be in danger. I've been to some of the most dangerous countries in the world, and we're treated like love, royalty, and everything else. That is a stronger position over reality than me learning how to punch. If I can control reality and always put myself in the best position, that's stronger than a punch ever could hit.
And Erica said, thank you, by the way.
I love you, Erica, so much.
And Angela on TikTok asked, what do you think about near-death experiences and bringing people closer to source?
Trying to bring people closer to source is a person who's insecure in themselves, because when you're insecure about yourself, you're trying to bring other people into it. When you're not fulfilled yourself, you're trying to bring like there's no need to bring other people closer to source, because you're never not close to source. Even whenever I touch this hat, I'm touching source. Whenever I'm breathing air, I can't bring anybody closer to source. That's all we are. That's all you are. That's all I am. If it's source, that means everything's sourced from it. This microphone, this necklace, this skin, these shorts, everything is source itself, because it's sourced from source. Hey, where do you source your lithium from? Oh, we have a mine over here where we get our lithium from in Africa, or blah, 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 right? Where do you source it from? Well, if it's sourced, that means everything that you see is sourced from source. So all of it is sourced, and you can't bring anybody more closer than what they're bathing in. But if a person is trying to, they're usually insecure about themselves and they don't feel complete. So they feel like they need to go do this whole save the world thing to validate their own existence and all this other bullcrap. There's no need to even get close to source. You already are. You can be exposed to the idea of it, but nonetheless, it's not going to bring you any closer to it.
And Kevin said, logging off, thank you for all of your energy and for answering my questions, sending most high energy back your way.
Love you, bro. It was a blessing having you here. Thank you for all those awesome questions. You're amazing. And I'm honored to have you as a friend and a brother. Many blessings.
Okay. Tony also on Facebook said, finally, words my soul can hear.
Put this on repeat, bro.
And it's a woman.
My sis? I love you. Is it Tony with an I? T-O-N-I? Oh, that's cute. Bless you, Tony. I'm telling you, like, guys, this is the words of life. Like, it's not even a man talking. Like, there's a soul in all of us, and you can grab the energy of it. And I'm rough around the edges, but nonetheless, the source of where these words are coming from is the animated source of the soul, the energy of the soul. That's all it is. So when you guys hear this, it doesn't matter what I say. It matters where the energy is coming from. So eat this energy, like as much energy as I can put out. It's a buffet. Eat this and come alive. So when you go to your workplace or your family or whatever, you can share the same energy with them because it's so refreshing. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God, this is, it brings you alive. It makes you live. I tell you what, I went to a whole different mind state when I started doing the energy direction. I started doing some energy direction here. And it totally changed my mind. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm gonna do a little bit more and then we'll probably end it here soon. But yeah.
Okay.
But if you have some more questions, Sasha, go ahead and ask them. So guys, go ahead and let's ask your final questions. If you have some, drop them down below. How long have we been live? Is it on TikTok?
2 hours and 25 minutes.
2 hours, constant, nonstop. I haven't eaten in like 22 days. I have all this energy, have all this power. There is a higher life. Man, I love you guys so much. I appreciate everyone for being here.
We do have a question on IG. Radu asked what happens when you die.
I don't even think about it, bro. It's not even worth it. I get that question almost every live, almost every single live. Somebody asks me that question. I'm so busy living. Why would I focus on death? I'm so busy enjoying this moment. Why would I bring my mind out of this moment to think about after this? I'm enjoying this so much. I'm completely enthralled in it. I'm completely engaged in it. I'm completely devoted to the moment. And because of that, I continue living. But the person who's thinking about death, they're closer towards dying while I'm closer towards living. So either way, I love you guys. You've been amazing. I'm going to go do some energy direction and movement throughout my body. I think everyone's so beautiful. Thank you for being here. If you like this, share it. Whatever platform you're on, share this. Make sure to leave some comments down below. Like it. If you're watching this after the fact, you can take notes. I love when you guys take notes on stuff. So I didn't say this in the beginning, but like next time, if you catch it live, take notes in the comments, and that way you guys can like share notes and stuff like that. If you haven't already, you can get the guide. It's on MikeyBreathes.com. It's down here in the bottom area. Mikey, M-I-K-E-Y, Mikey, not Mickey, no C, M-I-K-E-Y, breathes, like through your nose, breathe, BREATHES.com. And you can get the guide on there. I have articles that you guys can read. You can also join the Discord by going to the drop-down menu, the tab. And there's 2 options for the Discord. Either you can get there's actually 3 options now. You can get a lifetime membership. So for the entire time we have the Discord available, you can be a member, and it's a one-time purchase. You have it for the rest of your time. You get free updates of the guide. You get the guide included. You get the meal plan included. You get free updates. You have all the training videos, the community. You have everything else. Like it's lifetime access. So I've already had the Discord for 3 years. It's not slowing down. What has it done? It has more than, I think, 6 times sextupled, however you'd say it. Yeah, like quadrupled, sextupled in size since we've started. So we're only getting bigger, and there's more videos, and I have over 2,700 different messages like this in there, even more powerful because I'm not censored. There's only going to be more. So you can join the lifetime access. That's on our website, MikeyBreathes.com, in like the products and stuff. But if you just want the normal, there's the month to month. You can go to the drop-down menu Discord, and it's there. Or you can go to and get the best offer, which is the yearly annual membership. You can get that, and you get the life guide for free, along with the meal plan. Or if you just want the guide, it's there as well. And we also have the new German edition of the guide. Is it up yet?
Yep, it's up.
So if you guys speak German, we just finished the German edition of the guide. So if your native tongue and language is German, or you just want to speak German, we now have that available for you guys. You guys can get the German edition of the guide. I love what it's called. I keep forgetting. I think it's like
Der Living Guide.
Like Der Living or something like that. Der Living. I'm not German. I don't speak German, but I have quite a large German audience who watches and likes the guide. So I think it's called Der Living Guide or something like that. Like Der Living. It's really cool. So if you guys speak German, you can have that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Follow me on all my socials. MikeyBreathes on Instagram, everything. Just Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everything else.
Looks like this.
Der Lebens. Lebens. Der Lebens. Der Lebens, dog. Sounds like Jamaica, man. Yeah, Der Lebens. Hey, yo, big Der Lebens, man. Hey, man, big Der Lebens. Is that Jamaica, man? No, I'm a German, man. Hey, Deutschland. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time. And we're going live tomorrow with Kiara.
Yes.
So we will be live here with Kiara. She speaks German. She's Austrian. They're a little different, Austrian and German, but nonetheless, they're extremely close to each other. She actually helped us verify all the words in there. So Kiara is amazing. We'll be with her tomorrow, so make sure to catch that.